Yes, everybody, welcome to the Europa League six-pointer. Ferencvaros versus Tottenham Hotspur. Big game in Europe this week without a shadow of a doubt. No sarcasm involved in that whatsoever. But actually, incredibly exciting time to be a Spurs fan because, as a lot of you have been calling for a long time, Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire get their start. Lancashire will be playing up front. Mikey Moore, it looks like, will be playing off the right. But let's get going with that team news. First of all, Big Ange Postecoglou has picked the following side. Guillermo Vicario, Pedro Porro right back, Christian Romero, Archie Gray and Ben Davies make up the back four. We'll get into in a second whether Archie Gray will be playing centre back or Ben Davies will be playing centre-back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Then Basuma, Pape Matar, and Lucas Bergvall in midfield. Timo Werner and Mikey Moore in the wide forward roles, with Will Lancashire, as I mentioned, up front. Like I said, absolutely unsure, really, whether Archie Gray will play centre-back or left-back. My guess is that he will play centre half, and that is based on the fact that in pre-season, Archie Gray was tried at centre half a fair few times by Big Ange Postecoglou. So for him to start left back here would seem a little bit surprising. That's what I'd say. I'd say a bit surprising for him to start for the first time at left back. But let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. The bench: Fraser Forster, Brandon Austin, Ajayi, Dorrington, Casanova make up the young kids. Van der Ven, Bentancur, Brennan Johnson, Deki Kulusevski, James Maddison, and Dominic Solanke, who's just been called up to the England squad today. Well done, Dominic Solanke, although unfortunate for James Maddison that, of course, he has not been called up. But I actually think that could be good news for Spurs because he can stay getting little bits of rest here and there, and that's really benefiting us this season. Loving to see 34 of you on the stream already with 8 likes. Get that like button smashed, guys. Really press that button. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, do subscribe to the channel for daily Tottenham Hotspur content. The little subscribe button should be in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Really appreciate that. Thank you for all of you in the comments already. Don Lancaster says, great to see Lancashire and more start. Franco Costantino says, we're nothing with kids. That is an old Alan Hansen quote, which was proven to be wrong. So let's hope that isn't something that'll come back today. Designed to win you says the youngsters hopefully will step up. Don't want the negative element digging them out. Yeah, that can be the danger, can't it, of blooding youngsters too early. But Ange feels they're ready, and if Ange feels they're ready, I feel they're ready too. Peter Steele says, I'm out of sync. If that's the case, there's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully that'll sort itself out over the course of this live stream. Keep me up to date with that technical stuff. Matthew Kohler says, love the youth movement, hoping for the best for the kids. Agree. And PW Gilbert says, evening buns. Evening to all of you, all 44 of you on the stream already, guys. Thank you so much. The players are out on the pitch now. This is going to be a difficult game in Hungary. Don't expect anything other than a difficult game. It's very wet weather out there, so bad conditions. The Hungarian fans got a huge tifo, really up for it. Spurs in that kind of third kit of ours, the green one. Is it our third kit? Maybe it's even our second kit this year, the green one. Don't like it at all. And basically, are they going to be able to see each other with a green pitch? Who knows? Mike Barrow with the thumbs up. Apparently, the out of syncness has sorted itself out. Result, guys. As you can probably tell, any of you who are regular viewers to my channel, I've moved house. I'm now in South London. Never did I think I'd say today I moved to South London from North London, but I'm in South London, and it's taken me a bit of time to get my studio, or we could call it my bedroom, up to you, up to scratch. But I've got Diego up and planning for something else to go here as well at some point soon, and make it a bit more homely and studio-y. But anyway, let's get back to the football. Will Lancashire. So that's a bit of a surprise, isn't it, that Lancashire's starting? Obviously, Solanke probably does need a rest. He does so much. Elite kind of pressing. Getting a few messages here. I'm out of sync too, just on the washing up. Very good. John B says, mate, I think your internet is cooked. Yeah, maybe there's a bit of a slow internet connection here. Let me know if it's unbearable. and we'll go from there. This is, of course, the first time I'm doing one of these watch-alongs from this new house, so maybe the internet isn't quite as strong. Let me know how it is. And if it's unbearable, then we won't carry on, and I'll get to just watch the game without talking to you. But yeah, like I was saying, just I don't think it'll be an easy game tonight. Let's put it that way. And anyone expecting an easy game will probably be slightly disappointed. Although, obviously, I hope I'm wrong. In which case, if we win 4 or 5-0, then what the hell am I talking about? Big chance, I think, tonight for Lucas Bergvall. Obviously, he did start the game against Karabag, but had to get taken off early after Radu Dragusin was sent off. And as a result, didn't really get his chance. And he seemed very, very upset that day, didn't he? So big chance for him today, and hopefully he makes the most of it. Teams now lining up on the pitch. Laren Deb says, suddenly, I don't feel good about this lineup. Michael Tucci says, cheers, Barnaby Coys. Matthew Capola, agree, feel like they will. Oh, and then he stops. And Michael Shawcross says, 3-1 Spurs. Well, I hope you're right, Michael. Here we go. Matthew Capola, is it Capola or Chipola? He says, agree, feel like they'll play a low block. Maybe. Anyway, the game has kicked off. Actually, it's a bit confusing because Ferencvaros are playing in green and white and Spurs are playing in green. Like, how bizarre. I guess the reality of this is when the kits are decided in lots of ways based on what are the teams you're going to play against in the Premier League. But when it comes to Europe, what can you do? But anyway, Spurs settle on the ball early. Archie Gray is playing at centre-back, that is correct. And it's Mikey Moore playing on the right with Timo Werner on the left and Lancashire up front. They show Pascal Janssen on the subs bench as Bergvall gets his first touch on the left-hand side and tries to play it out to Werner, and Werner can't control it. Pretty Timo Werner-esque. 82 of you on this stream so far. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Press that like button. Press subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. So far, I'm just mainly taken by the fact that the kits are so similar. I can't believe it. Matthew says C is like an S in the last name. So Shipola, okay. Early cross got in there from Ferencvaros. Oh no, we made a big mistake at the back. But Ibasuma sorted it out. Oh, and then giving it away. Oh, dearie me. Spurs playing with fire a little bit at the start of this game. Ferencvaros now playing it around midfield. Yeah, so Porro at right back, then Archie Gray next to him, Romero and Ben Davis at left back, and then Werner on the left side of the forward line, Mike Moore on the right side of the forward line, and Will Lancashire up front. I expect him to do a lot of hard pressing today. Ferencvaros play nice long, but it's going to be a very difficult game here. I think Ferencvaros are really up for this. They get an early cross in there, or they try to, but some pretty bad defending from Spurs here out on the... Yeah, it's a corner here for Ferencvaros. In the end, Pedro Porro got in the way. Pat Saar, I think, doing some defending there. 88 of you on this live stream. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Get your score predictions into the comments box, guys, and we'll try and pick out at the end who was correct and who wasn't. I'm going for 2-2, by the way. 2-2. Okay, so early corner, for Ferencvaros. It's an in-swinger. Comes towards the near stick, and it's cleared out. And one of the Ferencvaros players at the back is down in the box. Ferencvaros keeper. This one comes all the way through to Vicario. And the player at the back, Alexis Portilla, says 2-1 Spurs. Laren Deb, Vicario, my touchstone. I'm probably on delay, actually, so I'm going to get out of the chat for a little bit because otherwise... my delay will probably, I'll see if there's a goal before. Matthew Shipola, 3-2 Spurs. PW Gilbert says, we've still got 11 men, so that's good. Franco Costantino, 3-1 Spurs. Spurs getting on the ball here a little bit, which is good. Mikey Moore on the right, looking balanced as ever. Loves it. Plays it inside. Into Porro, 23. Pape Matar's made a lovely run down in the channel for Moore and gives it back to Moore. Moore just gets a tackle a little bit, but the ball comes back to Porro, who plays it inside to Romero. And back onto Porro now. Romero plays it into Bissouma under a bit of pressure, but lays it across to Porro, who tries to dink into a channel, but it's seen by Ferencvaros. And they clearly want to play good football here. And Ferencvaros played a beautiful ball through. He's in here on the right-hand side, being chased by Archie Gray into a decent position. Cuts in on his left chance, and it's over the bar. That is how easy it is, guys, to get in behind Spurs. If we lose the ball up in the final third, it's just one long ball over the top. It was a great run, to be fair, and Ben Davies is caught high up the pitch, as he's being told to do. And to be fair to Archie Gray, got himself back in a good position. The winger lay it into the centre forward, who tries to, in the end, I mean, if you're on FIFA, you'd call that like a finesse shot, wouldn't you? Because it kind of dinks over the bar, and Spurs survive. And we're in midfield now. Bergvall and Bissouma. Bergvall looking good in tight spaces there with his feet. Gets it back to Romero, who's now in centre midfield. Tries another long ball, but this one again is seen and comes back to Ferencvaros, who, like everyone that Spurs play at the moment, they are just mainly looking to, if they win the ball back in transition, get it over the top of us or break quickly on us. And the reason all the teams do it is because it works. That's why. 102 of you on the stream now, guys. Really appreciate your support. Thanks so much. Keep pressing that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Football kind of stuck in central midfield at the moment, guys. So not a lot going on. I don't mind the Ferencvaros kit. Reminds me a little bit of Real Betis. Green and white stripes. They're sponsored by T-Mobile, or what used to be T-Mobile. I think it's now just called T, perhaps. Lancashire pressing high, and Mikey Moore goes with him, putting some pressure on the centre half, who has to go back to their goalkeeper, who plays it out wide. And now Moore has to make another doggy run to come to the left back. But good stuff from Spurs, pressing them high. I wonder if maybe some of the experience of the Ferencvaros players might beat this press quite easy. Pedro Porro now being forced to chase back, does well defensively there, Porro. And Bissouma has to help him. Does beautifully there in defensive midfield, Bissouma. Oh, but then plays a dodgy ball out to Werner, who seemed to be a little bit on his toes. Bissouma has to slide in there and does well. And in the end, it goes out for a Tottenham throw. But to say that Ferencvaros are up for this would be an absolute understatement, guys. We've a big, big game on our hands here. Really, really big game. Just controlling my microphone there. 97 of you on the stream now, guys. Let's get it up to 100. Get those likes going. The more likes we get, the more people will be alerted to this video as it stays at the moment. Ferencvaros 0. Tottenham Hotspur 0. 6 minutes gone. No real huge match action to talk about yet, other than Ferencvaros looking comfortable. But we've given away a free kick out wide. The ball comes in, and there's 2 free at the back, as they always are when we get set pieces against us. There are always men free at the back, which is, I get that a lot of the comes narrow, but a bit of a bad touch from Bergvall there. He slides in, but he does okay, and then Pape Matar loses the ball. I'll tell you what, Tottenham really struggling with wet conditions here. Ferencvaros play a big diagonal across to the right winger, who's now driving at Pedro Porro, who's out of position slightly. He has a shot, and it's an easy save for Vicario. Mikey Moore now driving at his defenders. Does well, Mikey Moore in midfield. Beautifully. Oh, beautiful stuff from Mikey Moore. And it's a foul against him. Wonderful run from Mikey Moore. That was Joe Cole-esque. He's a lot quicker than I imagined he was, actually, Mikey Moore. And he drove past 2 players there in central midfield and won a free kick. And that really will put some thoughts in the heads of those Ferencvaros players. And Romero plays it out to him, and he finds another good run from Pape Matar in the channel. Now Mikey Moore had a chance to cross it, but he doesn't. He comes back, and Porro gets a cross and a chance. Oh, and it came across the front, and it was Lucas Bergvall who made a good run across the front of the box. Could have just tried to flick it on goal, but didn't get anything on it. And Spurs recycle possession. Out on the left now with Ben Davies. Back to Bissouma, who brings it across to Archie Gray, who's going to find Christian Romero on the halfway line now. And Romero finds, once again, Mikey Moore, who at the moment is being found more than anybody else on this pitch. Lovely turn from Pedro Porro there in tight condition, in tight space. Pape Matar now is playing it easily. 98 of you on this stream. Loving this. Lovely ball into Mikey Moore there. Oh, and a good little bit of skill, but he loses it. But he is up for this game, Mikey Moore. He wants to get all his tips and tricks out. Tell you what, Pape Matar, just a terrible tackle, but it hasn't been given. Moore is out wide. Plays it across the box. Oh, where was Timo Werner? Where was Timo Werner? Mikey Moore doing exactly what Big Ange Postecoglou wants him to there, getting it across the front of the box. And you would have thought that Werner would have been coming in from the back post, but he wasn't. And in the end, it was decent defending. Oh, lovely stuff from Moore. Long ball played up to Langshire. I thought he'd held that up there. He doesn't. But Spurs win it high up again with Lucas Bergvall. Scanning. Finds Sarr. Coming across to the left-hand side. Finds Ben Davis, who finds Bergvall with a lovely ball between the lines. Finds Sarr. We're back out on the left-hand side now. Werner driving at the byline. It's a good ball from Werner. Chance! Oh, my word. An unbelievable chance for Will Lancashire. Amazing cross from Timo Werner. He goes on the outside of his man, gets a beautiful left-footed cross in. And I'll tell you what, Will Lancashire, 7 yards out, header should score. And it comes off his shoulder. But the key part for me there is not only Timo Werner getting it in man and a beautiful left-footed cross, but Will Lancashire got himself in a really good position. Good play here between Werner and Ben Davis. We're out wide again. Oh! And that was, I think, Bergvall trying to cross it, or somebody trying to cross it back. It was good play by Spurs. But Ferencvaros have won it on the halfway line now, but a slip. And Basuma's back on it. Pape Matar's free in central midfield in a pocket. It's a bad first touch from Sarr, though. Oh, but well done. Pape Matar wins it back, and it comes to Mikey Moore on the right. This is a lovely start from Spurs, looking really good on the ball. Porro looking to cross in, he doesn't. He cuts back. Finds Basuma. He plays it to Sarr. He's in a lot of space. Oh, he's going to have a shot. Oh, great shot from Sarr. Well saved to the keeper's right. Oh, wonderful play from Spurs. So Sarr gets it on his left, shapes on his left, but then finds his right. In the end, it's straight down the keeper's throat. Tell you what, an enjoyable start. Deary, deary me. $2,000 Spurs fans, apparently. 122 of you on the feed now. Lovely to have you here, guys. Please do press that like button. Ferencvaros in on the left-hand side now. Comes back to central midfield. I've been really impressed by this Tottenham start, especially Mikey Moore in midfield, looking really, really strong. Looking really like he wants to make this game his own, taking it by the scruff of the neck. Thoroughly enjoyable to watch. Will Lancashire's already had a good chance. Beautiful cross from Timo Werner, who, of course, has had so much stick from Spurs fans recently, especially after missing those chances against Man United. But that cross will give him some confidence because it was beautiful left foot in, swinging towards Lancashire, and he should have scored from 7 yards out, but it hit his shoulder. Then just a minute or so later, wonderful shot from Pape Matar. Sorry, a good shot from Pape Matar on the outside of the box, shaped to shoot with his left, brings it back onto his right, and straight down the keeper's throat. Lovely stuff from Pedro Porro there. First time ball across the pitch to Archie Gray, who's now looking into Werner's feet. Werner finds Bergvall. Bergvall comes back to Archie Gray. Archie Gray nearly gets the ball nicked off him, but he doesn't. He keeps it and gives it to Romero. Every single Spurs player just looking very technically proficient and in playing the Ange way. Lancashire with good hold-up play there finds Basuma, who finds Lancashire again and gives it to Romero. Romero tries to find Gray, Mikey Moore on the right-hand side, but he put too much on that ball and it goes out for a throw-in. Thank you. 114 of you on this feed, guys. Really appreciate your support. Press that like button. Love it. Press subscribe and not a subscriber to my channel. Daily Spurs content and Premier League transfer news content as well, and live watch-alongs. But really enjoying having you on the stream so far. And I've been really impressed by this Tottenham start. Away at a difficult ground, wet night, and young team. Big win by Romero there. Good stuff. Showing his striker who the boss is. Just get into the chat briefly. Yeah, Matthew Schipperler, great ball from Werner. Werner playing well, says Daniel Hackett. We've definitely settled down a bit now. This has been good so far as well. Yeah, agree with all that, guys. Guys, get into the comments if you're not already. Get in the comments and start some conversations while we're watching this game. A lot of you are probably on your way back from work. I don't know if many of you are watching this on the train. Let me know in the comments where you are watching this from, guys. Might be on your way back from work, watching it on the bus, on the train. Hopefully not while you're driving, because of course that would be illegal. Come back to the keeper, and Spurs looking to get the press on. And Porro does that well. Stops the ball down the line. Also, let me know in the comments what you think about this kit clash. Green-white against green. It's a bit odd. You don't see that very often. Ferencvaros play a ball down the channel. And Archie Gray comes across and gets it to Vicario. Now, someone's got to come and give Vicario an option here. And they do. It's Archie Gray again, who finds Romero on the right-hand side, who plays Archie Gray across. And he suckers in the centre forward and finds Romero again. And same happens again. Archie Gray and Romero just at the moment trying to find space. And it's Archie Gray coming forward on the left now. And he tries the long ball over the top. And it's a beautiful, blissful ball into Werner, who takes it down well. He's driving into the box now, Timo. And he tries to have a shot in the end. And I don't mind that from him. A bit of confidence there, which I like. But it's blocked. And now Ferencvaros have the ball and playing it around their back line. Just play a little long one into midfield now. Oh, beautiful skill down the left-hand side over Ben Davies. And Basuma is now being fronted up by the winger. And they're in at the back here. Oh, better ball, there would be trouble. But now the 17, he's got a chance to cross it. It's across the big chance here, Ferencvaros. It's a goal. 15th minute. And once again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Spurs are... And is it offside? Disallowed goal. Well, I'll tell you the problem here. Tottenham are always in danger at the back post from crosses. And they've given it offside. Now, let's have a look here. So the first ball comes out wide. Well, the player who scores the goal is not offside. I don't think that'll be offside. It's not going to be offside, guys. That's going to be a goal because they've given it offside, but it can't be offside. And it's a cross from the left-hand side to the back stick, and he heads it in at the far post across the goalkeeper. It is a good goal, but Spurs need to defend better at the back stick. The commentator's just wondering if his involvement standing in front of the keeper gets in the way of it, but it can't be offside. There is someone offside in the middle, but he's not involved in the goal unless it's something to do with getting in the way of the keeper's view, which I think, frankly, would be wrong. And I used to be a goalkeeper. So I think this is one the VAR have to allow. Yeah, it was a great header at the back post, to be fair. Oh, it's been given as offside. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. So lucky Tottenham, and we've got to take advantage of this luck. We didn't have a lot of luck at the beginning of this season, and now we're getting it. And I'll take it. Absolutely, I'll take it. But that is some terrible, terrible refereeing there. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But I think we've got away with one there big time. Anyway, 18 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Wet night in Hungary. Spurs have started well, but should be 1-0 down. We're in at the byline again. Ben Davies. Oh, he crosses it. Keeper pads it out. And a foul is given for a foul by Will Lancashire. I'm not sure who that's on, to be honest. But that was Ben Davies reaching the byline and whipping a cross in. And the keeper kind of punched it out or patted it out with his palm. Well, I think it's been given. Oh no, it's Will Lancashire. Yeah, okay. Will Lancashire's fouled his centre half in the middle. Just got a hand on his shirt and trips him down. So that's a correct decision there. 120 of you on the stream. Lovely to see you guys. Lovely to watch this game with you. Come on, you Spurs. Get those likes going. 67 likes. Let's get up to 100 likes, guys. As Ferencvaros play it down the channel. Something that's been working well for them so far. And again, another ball down the channel. And Porro goes with him. It's another good cross to the back post. Oh, and almost an absolute... Oh, it's still on. Oh, my God. One of the most unbelievable saves I've ever seen from Vicario. That is superhuman. And the offside flag was up anyway, but I've got to say, I've never seen such a brilliant save. Yeah, so he's offside from the first ball down the channel, but I don't think it's going to be given for that one, realistically. And what happens is the ball comes left. It's a beautiful cross. Spurs suffering from crosses here. A header at the back post. Nearly goes in at the far post. The ball nearly goes out. And then, oh, great reaction save from point-blank range. Glenn Hoddle on co-commentary saying how it's too easy to break Tottenham's line down. I mean, what I'd say is we're allowing players to get out wide and they're getting a lot of crosses in, and we're suffering from those crosses, particularly at the back post, as we tend to do. And Ferencvaros have their tail up here. And Spurs, under pressure, give away a foul in a dangerous area, dangerous opportunity for Ferencvaros to get across into the box, which is what Spurs are really struggling with, especially with those balls coming all the way from one side of the pitch to the back post, where we don't really defend. We always try and defend narrow. And it was Romero who's given away that foul, and it will be a free kick to Ferencvaros. But it was an amazing save, even though the flag was up. It was an incredible save by Vicario from point-blank range. Gets his hands up. Anyway, it's going to be an in-swinging free kick. It goes to the back stick again. And that's some good defending Spurs. And Bergvall's got it now. Oh, and Bergvall's tried to dribble it out of defence, and he's lost it. And Ferencvaros now going to have another chance to cross it. And that's a good block, I think, by Ben Davis. And Werner now. Oh, well played Spurs now on the transition. It comes to Mikey Moore, I think it is, on the right. He's got to keep it. He does. And he dribbles past it, and that's going to be a yellow card, surely. A sickle foul. And the first yellow card is on Mikey Moore. And I'm not surprised. I'm telling you now, Mikey Moore reminds me of what Joe Cole was like when he was coming through the academy into the first team at West Ham. He's so brave on the ball. He is not afraid to take anyone on. And he's, what is he, 17, 18 years old? He's playing against men, and he's built like a brick shithouse. Mikey Moore is such an exciting talent for Tottenham Hotspur. I've been a little bit reticent to go big on Mikey Moore so far because I haven't seen enough of him. But the bravery that he's showing in this game and the bravery he showed to have that shot at Old Trafford in the last minute, very, very exciting talent Tottenham have got. Let's get him the ball as much as we can tonight because he is just running at Ferencvaros. He's already got their defender a booking. Anyway, Tottenham have the ball now in central midfield. Comes into Bergvall, who's misplaced a couple of passes, but he's always wanting the ball. And that's the key for a young player. Romero, lovely ball inside to Pape Matar, who finds Mikey Moore now out on the right-hand side. He's got two defenders against him now. Plays it inside to Bissouma, looking for a return pass, but no one was there, and it comes back to Romero. Ferencvaros really putting a shift in here, it's fair to say. Romero just with a good flick there. Romero in the centre circle now. Plays it out wide to Pedro Porro on the right. Always looking to bring it narrow, Spurs, except for when they want to get it out wide to the forwards. Here it comes now to Mikey Moore on the touchline, getting his boots white and driving inside. Languid running start. Tries to play a ball through, and it's into Lancashire. Nearly a chance. Goal, goal, goal. Is that Pape Matar? Yes, it is. 22 minutes. And that came from Mikey Moore driving at the defence. Lovely. Mikey Moore driving at the heart of their defence, plays a ball outside the boot into the forward line. Lancashire looks to hold it up, and it kind of deflects off him, I think. Let's see what happens there. But that's Pape Matar's, what is it, second goal of the season. Really good stuff for the youngster. But I want to see this. So I want to see, look, here we go. Mikey Moore from right into central midfield, drives it in, and it just deflects off a defender. Lancashire does okay. Just some bad defending. They don't know where they is, and a good finish. Papametsar gives it that for the celebration, and it's fair to say Tottenham do not deserve necessarily to be winning this game, but we are. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1, 23 minutes gone, Papametsar, and so far I cannot tell you how good Mikey Moore has been, and he's in down the right again, straight away. This time tries the early cross, and it's cleared for a corner, and Lancashire applauding Mikey Moore because he knew getting the early cross in there would be a really good opportunity. And they're just showing the Spurs fans now all drinking the beer in the rain. Oh my God, what an away day that must be. 127 of you on this stream. Thank you so much. It's a Spurs corner, 1-0 up against Ferencvaros. Here comes the cross. Oh, comes to the near post, well cleared. And there's a shot on the edge of the box there. It's going to come to Sarr again, but he waits too long, and the Ferencvaros defender gets in there. Oh, and I tell you what, Ferencvaros have cleared it all the way up to their striker, who's on his own now, driving at Archie Gray. He puts himself in some good positions, though. And really good. He got help there from Yves Bissouma, did really well, and it comes to Bergvall, who plays it across now to Ben Davis, getting some good balance on the left-hand side, finds a good ball out to Timo Werner now, and he's one-on-one with his defender. He can drive him. He goes inside. Timo Werner driving at them. Good ball into Lancashire. Lay it back. Chance here for Sarr. Oh, lovely football from Spurs. It goes straight down the keeper's throat. But beautiful stuff from Werner. Into Lancashire, held it up well, lays into the path of Sarr, who shot down the keeper's throat. Bissouma doing some good work in midfield there. And good stuff again, finds Bergvall in the half space, in the pocket, and he finds Mikey Moore, and Bergvall makes a run outside him. Mikey Moore driving towards the byline here. Moore gets there, and it's a beautiful, I'll tell you what, a beautiful cross from Mikey Moore to the backstick, and that is where Werner's supposed to be, and will be screwing that Werner isn't making those late runs into the back post, because Mikey Moore has got his fullback on toast. He is playing beautifully. This is a huge wake-up call for the rest of European football at the moment. I'm not afraid to be that hyperbolic about it. Mikey Moore, as a 17, 18-year-old, I think he's 18 now, just looking like the best player on the park by far. An unbelievable performance. Let me know what you think of Mikey Moore so far, guys. Am I right or am I going too far? But he just looks like he can do anything. In swinging corner. Well cleared. They've got some big men, Ferencvaros, and it comes out to Werner, who has started this game well as well, I have to say. Into Yves Bissouma, into Papametsar. Tottenham playing some good stuff in midfield, but Sarr goes backwards. Oh, and he gets the ball nicked off him, and now they're 2-on-2 here, 2-on-3. It fell to someone with not a great deal of pace, and Spurs were fortunate about that because Bissouma worked hard to get back, which he hasn't always done. I've given him abuse down the year in the time he's been at Spurs for not making those recovery runs, but he did really, really well. And got to give him credit where it's due, guys. I will be in the comments big time during half time, by the way. So get your questions in. Ball plays into Lancashire now. Holds it well and drives down the right and brings in Mikey Moore. He's got his socks down, looking like Jack Grealish, driving into narrow again. Tries to find Bergvall, but it's picked off his foot. And Ferencvaros, of course, straight away trying to find us. But a great press from Pedro Porro forces them to go all the way back to their full-back right back. And they flick the ball into midfield and comes to Bergvall, who controls it, scans, and then fronts up again. Looks for Mikey Moore, who plays a beautiful first-time ball into Pedro Porro. Oh, my God. Porro comes back to find Mikey Moore. Him and Porro playing some good stuff between them. And it's Sarr, who's always offering a channel option. Bergvall now coming across. Plays it back to Bissouma. Into Sarr. Spurs just taking the tempo off a little bit, having a little bit of a breather. It will be a difficult night fatigue-wise with the sodden conditions. And Spurs just having a little breather tempo-wise. It comes back to Romero. Lays it across to Archie Gray now, who's heading over to the left-hand side, looking for Werner. Finds Werner out wide. Defender not getting too tight on him. Werner looks pretty confident, I have to say. And he plays a good ball into Papametsar, tries to play it back to him. And it was just a bit of flicked ball that was hard to control. And Bergvall there just gives away a foul. I like that about Bergvall. He's got a bit of bite about him. He was pressing his man and just all over him on the back of him. And there was just a little bit of anger from the Ferencvaros player there. He might have flicked out a little bit with his elbow, you know. Yeah, he just grabs hold of Bergwall's neck there. Anyway, Ferencvaros now driving at Spurs. They're in down the left again. Another chance to cross. It's a good cross. Oh, and it's cleared by Ben Davies. There's a bit of Harry Carey in the Spurs defence when they get crosses in, you know. The coach will be telling them to get as many in they can as another one comes in, and that's cleared at the front. Cleared out to Ferencvaros midfielder who plays a terrible ball, and Werner now. And that is going to be a yellow card, is it? Oh, well, it should have been. Werner took on his man and was hauled back, and the referee waves it off. He's actually waved off a lot of potential fouls in this game so far, the referee. 135 of you watching this stream. Thank you so much. 80 of you get likes. Let's get up to 100 likes, guys. The more likes we get, the more people we get watching. Let's get these Spurs fans watching this game as they head home from work. Half an hour gone. Ferencvaros 0, Spurs 1. Mikey Moore, the star of the show so far, but the goal scored by Pape Matar after a bit of lovely driving run from Mikey Moore, but some bad defending from Ferencvaros. The ball found its way into Pape Matar, who slotted it home easily from the right-hand side. Another cross coming in now from Ferencvaros, and it comes all the way across to their right-hand forward. Ben Davies just on his back now. And they're going to be looking to get another cross in now. Ferencvaros from the right-hand side this time. Bergvall blocks it. That's good pressing from Bergvall. He's got to go for the second ball now. Comes out to the wide forward. You know what Ferencvaros are always going to do. It's a good cross, but this time Vicario claims it easily, and he's looking for someone to throw it to. And he stops the throw. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Long ball now played down the right, Mike towards Lancashire, but it goes straight out of play. Chris Whaley says, it's all about our press. When we are tight, intense, coordinated, we dominate games. When we don't, we look open, can't create chance, and cannot control games. Mike Shawcross, could I make a suggestion to put the score on a timer on, please? Yeah, I promise you, when I can afford to, I'll be getting graphics sorted. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. This is only, I think, my third watch-along, so still just getting to grips with it. Certainly only the third on my channel, I mean. But yes, that is the plan, I can promise you. 30 minutes gone. Bissouma now on the ball. Bergvall near him, and they play a little 1-2 in central midfield. Just drawing some of the, I want to call them Ferencvaros players. Archie Gray has controlled so far in an unusual position for him, centre-back. Bissouma finds Porro, who again plays it out wide to Mikey Moore. He's got Bergvall down the line with him. They're just moving the Ferencvaros players around. And Moore tries to dink a little ball over top to Pedro Porro, but it's blocked out and it's a throw into Spurs. But this is a good-looking Spurs team at the moment. We do look open at the back, as we always do. But going forward, Mikey Moore especially causing them all sorts of trouble. Anyway, Porro on the throat, Bergvall free, controls it nicely. Beats his man and finds Archie Gray. Good stuff from Lucas Bergvall there. Such a technically gifted player. Really excited to see him at his best. Comes out to Werner on the left now. Werner running inside now. Finds Bergvall. And Bissouma finds Porro, who finds it back to, passes it back to Christian Romero. He's looking for a ball in between the lines, but finds Mikey Moore. He's always got so much space. And once again, he's driving them. Finds Bergvall with a lovely ball. He finds Porro. Oh, and he beats his man, Porro, and he has a shot in the end, and I think that's a corner. Yes, it is a corner. He had a shot, Porro, deflected off, and as a result, it goes out for a corner. 119 of you on the stream. 6 more likes needed, guys. 6 more likes needed to get up to that 100. Really appreciate your support so far. If you're not subscribed to the channel, bottom right-hand corner, just press that little subscribe button. 32 minutes gone. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Outswinging corner coming. Oh no, they take it short. It's Porro now, gets a cross in towards the back stick. Headed, chance. Oh, really big chance for Lancashire. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, Porro's done well. Should have been a penalty. Oh, and he's hit the post. Well, I think Porro should have had a penalty, and then he carried on. He stood up. My word. Excuse me. It should have been a penalty. It's actually, excuse me. So Porro nicks the ball up in the box. Amazing play from Porro. Unbelievable play. Porro hits the post. They're now checking for the penalty. If there was a clip on Porro, then it should be. But the fact the ref didn't get on the pitch means it probably won't be. Just writing my notes so I can do the post-match report, guys. He bent his shot with the left foot, with his left foot to the far post, and it hit the post. Very unlucky corner. Anyway, short one to Bergvall, who gets a big high cross in, but it goes nowhere. And Spurs just trying to get the ball back in the box. And we're in here. Chance for Lancashire, and the keeper does well. That was a little bit of goal mouth scramble territory there as the ball was headed up, and Romero is trying to make something happen towards the 6-yard box. In the end, it's desperate defending, but in the end, the keeper comes out and dives at the feet of Christian Romero. And as a result, it's a free kick. It was high foot from Romero. Sorry, I should have made that clear. Spurs are playing really well, though. And we're in down the right again with Porro. Tries to find Pape Matar, who does well to win the ball up towards the byline, but he's on his own here. What's he going to do? He does well, but Ferencvaros clear it. So far, you'd have to say in this first half, Tottenham looked good. Mikey Moore's looked really good, especially, but Ferencvaros have had their chance. They've had a goal disallowed. And actually, what Porro did, they're just showing the replay, the defender's really lucky. He didn't connect with Porro. He tries to. And Porro just got his feet out the way, but fell on the floor. Realised he wouldn't get a penalty. So then stood up, carried on with the ball, nutmegged the player, and then with his left foot bent it towards the far post. And it hits the post. Spurs very unlucky not to be 2-0 up there. We're playing some really nice stuff. Romero now into Bergvall, who's always showing. Plays it to Porro on the right. It's going to find Romero, you would have thought, and he does. Romero might have to go to Vicario here. In fact, it's Porro who plays it all the way back to Vicario. And Ferencvaros pressing Spurs high here. And Archie Gray's in a bit of trouble, but finds Basuma, who finds Ben Davies. Beautiful triangle there from Tottenham. And Ben Davies goes for the long ball down the middle. Surely too much on that. And yes, it comes through to the keeper, who was looking to find Will Lancashire there. And the defender went with him pretty well, to be honest. 36 minutes gone. Tottenham pressing high once again and forcing Ferencvaros to go back to their keeper. Has to kick it with his wrong foot there. It goes up towards the halfway line. Romero gets up well, beautifully into Pape Matar, who turns. And the Ferencvaros fans, not liking that, they felt like the striker should have had a free kick from Romero's jump, but they didn't. They didn't get what they wanted. Archie Gray now on the ball. Rolls his foot over it, Lamella style. Gives it into... Is that Ben Davies running it back? It's hard to see. Anyway, Porro now, and outside of the boot ball, trying to find Mikey Gray in the channel, but Gray had stopped his run. And really pissing down with rain there. Big Ange Postecoglou has his hood on. Been impressed so far with, as I've mentioned numerous times, Mikey Moore, but also Archie Gray at centre half, looking like Rolls Royce at the moment. Ferencvaros play it. Porro with the press. Try and play inside. And some good stuff into midfield here from Ferencvaros. They find their way to the left-hand side. And a good ball down the line. Good chance here for Ferencvaros. Good chance. Takes the left-footed shot and it goes wide. That's their first shot for a while. It was a good chance that Spurs have lost the ball already whilst watching the replay, which is always frustrating. But Glenn Hoddle complaining on co-commentary about how it's too easy for them to get in like that. But frankly, that's Ange ball, mate. And we've played beautifully, I think, so far. So I'm not worried about that. Ferencvaros just playing it across their central midfield now. It comes to the forward. And some good stuff down the right here from Ferencvaros. And a great tackle from Ben Davies, using all his experience And now a ball over the top. And Lancashire was putting over the top, but the keeper, knowing that it's a wet pitch, has come all the way out and cleared that. It's a good run from Lancashire. I love the look of that run. A beautiful ball over the top after a fantastic tackle from Ben Davies, who has also started this game well. 38 minutes gone. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Archie Gray now playing it across to Romero. And Ferencvaros noticeably trying to press Spurs a bit higher at the moment. Porro now looking down the line into the channel, and Bergvall just didn't quite see that. Yeah, that's going to be a Spurs throw because the defender has tried to win a free kick that isn't a free kick. He should also be booked for taking the ball here. In the Premier League, he would have been booked for that, but Mikey Moore gets in his face, and Spurs take the throw. And they want to be relentless. That's what Andy's all about. And that's why they want to take these free kicks quickly. Porro now. Mikey Moore. Fronting up his defender. Finding Porro. Comes back to Moore. Oh, it's a bit of a bad ball from Moore, but Spurs get away with it thanks to Yves Bissouma, who steps in, finds Pedro Porro. Oh, and a bad ball from Porro this time. And he steps back in again, Pedro Porro, and makes the most of his, or recovers from his mistake, plays a lovely ball out to Werner, who can drive at his defender, but a bad first touch. But Ben Davies helps him. But then Ben Davies has his pocket picked. Oh, a dive in there from Pape Matar, but he wins the ball. And now he's deciding to take them all on. And the ref doesn't, he's fouled there, but the ref doesn't give it. And that's happened a number of times in this half. And Ferencvaros clear it long. Bissouma, a bit of a lazy flick from Bissouma there. Good stuff from Romero, though. Steps in just to calm the game down a little bit, turns away, and then finds Pedro Porro. He could have actually gone straight forward there, but I think Romero noticed that the game was getting a little bit bitty in that little 1 minute spell, so chose to put his foot on it a bit, and I think that's helped us. And then injury now, wide left-hand side. It's Pape Matar. He's just gone down. Let's see what happens there. I'll get in the comments. Darren Deb says Porro is great today. Philip Boy says hello to the boys watching from Canada. Hello, Canada, guys. Let me know where you all are. Matthew Shipler says ref has let a lot of fouls go today. Yeah, absolutely, completely agree. David Bird is watching from Wellington, Shropshire. Love it. EJ Henriksen says, you call a good match, Barnaby. Cheers. I appreciate that, guys. All of you watching, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciating it. Let's hope we get more of you watching as we go on. Anyway, the game has started again. And Ferencvaros driving at our defence. Spurs have a bit asleep here, actually, after that injury. But the ball is chipped up into Vicario's hands. And he's looking for a throw out wide. And as he throws it, he falls on the floor completely unnecessarily. But he got Bergvall out wide. And he'll find Mikey Moore. And Pedro Porro now in central midfield, putting his foot on the ball into Christian Romero, who finds Porro again. And Ferencvaros are back in their shape. Spurs haven't really made anything happen for the last 10 minutes or so. But, of course, they are leading. And before that, they were making quite a lot of chances. 130 of you watching now. Thanks, guys. And over 100 likes. I really appreciate that, guys. Amazing stuff. Ben Davies just dinks one over towards Sarr, who finds Werner. Good stuff down the left from Spurs there. Werner turns away and finds an interesting ball into Yves Bissouma, who deals with it well in central midfield. And Ben Davies plays it into Pedro Porro now in central midfield, who plays it out wide to Mikey Moore, who's one-on-one here if he wants to be, and drives inside again. This is where he looks dangerous. Plays it inside to Porro, who's been fouled pretty badly there, I have to say. Pedro Porro dinged it past him, and then the defender, the number 15, lifts his arm as he knocks Porro out the way. And that is a free kick to Spurs in a pretty dangerous area. A chance for us to get this in the box. Porro just kind of calls him on. And he kind of smashes his arm into Porro's midriff, really. He slipped, I think, a little bit. He's a bit unlucky there, the 15, to be fair. But he did dive in unnecessarily. And this will be Pedro Porro on the free kick. So the free kick, I'd say, is about probably 28, 29 yards out. It's on the right-hand side. It's not shootable, I wouldn't say, for Pedro Porro from here, but it is an opportunity to get the ball whipped into the back stick. And you'd want to see players of the ilk of Christian Romero running in at the back post. I mean, unless, of course, Porro surprises me. It's only a 3-man wall. So he might surprise me and try and hit it with his instep and surprise the keeper. Referee lining up the wall here. Yeah, Glenn Hoddle on Cocom's just saying he might fancy it on the greasy surface, but he's not got a long run up, so I think he's just going to dig it towards the back post. Ben Davies making a late run, and there it is towards Davis, and it's a goal kick and some pushing given away. It's a free kick actually because the referee says there's been some pushing, so an opportunity wasted for Spurs there, but good stuff from Pedro Porro, winning the free kick. I didn't see much pushing there, to be honest. I guess Lancashire might be holding a little bit, but it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Ferencvaros start quickly, try and play a ball down the line. Pedro Porro does well, plays it inside to Basuma. Basuma driving now at the centre. Lovely football from Spurs. If Basuma can get a touch there. Beautiful football from Spurs. Mike Moore in down the right. Plays an early ball. Oh, beautiful. Played an early chipped ball to the back stick. And to be fair to the Ferencvaros fullback, he gets in there when it looked like it might fall to Werner. Beautiful football from Tottenham Hotspur. Basuma driving up their back line, I think it was. Lovely, lovely stuff. And it's a corner. Outswing up from Porro. Here it comes, 44th minute. It's a good cross, but easily cleared at the near post. Oh, and a shot comes in. Oh, wonderful shot on the half volley. Who was that? The game is just going so quickly. It's pretty impossible to even find out what's going on. And actually, Ferencvaros are in a bit down the left here, but broken down from Ben Davis, but then Werner made the wrong decision there. Let me know in the comments who that shot was, because it basically the corner was cleared, and on the half volley from on the first time, someone struck it beautifully, just like that, and it skidded all the way along the grass into the keeper. Archie Gray under a bit of pressure here. He lays it back difficultly to Vicario, who dinks it back to Archie Gray. Good, brave stuff from Vicario there. Spurs playing it across their backlines. 2 minutes added time here. I'd say probably at the moment it should probably be a draw, but Spurs are 1-0 up, and that's good stuff. We're playing well on the ball, but we're probably giving away a few too many chances without the ball. But that's not a surprise. We've got a central midfielder playing at centre back, and Ben Davis, who is a great pro, but not designed to play in an Ange back four. I think it's fair to say. Basically, just pace wise. So Spurs doing pretty well. I've been impressed by Basuma. I've been impressed by Mikey Moore, and Pape Matasar's got a goal, of course, as well. And Werner's done okay. And a big old diag now coming across, but it's not reached Mikey Moore, unfortunately. And Ferencvaros get it away. Romero steps in. Oh, and he's been brave here, but then he tried to play a pass. Maybe he should have carried on his own. Romero is completely out of position. And now they try and get them in over the top Ferencvaros, but it's a bad ball. It goes all the way to Vicario, and I'm pretty sure that will be half time very, very soon. And during this half, halftime, I will get in the comments. And that is half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1 on a sodden pitch. Yeah, I've enjoyed it, to be honest. Really, like with any Spurs game, really, absolutely, end to end, really, 100 miles an hour, maybe 200 miles an hour. But that is Ange ball. And in terms of, how impressed I've been, Vicario's been very good with his feet. He had one save to make that I can remember, where he had to claim it. He's claimed a few crosses nicely, maybe some bad crossing from Ferencvaros in general. Ferencvaros are looking to get a lot of crosses into the box. They know that Spurs are weak defending crosses, especially at their back post, and they had a disallowed goal from that and made at least one other chance from that as well. And that makes sense. However, Spurs pulling them apart, and Pedro Porro has played really well, linking up nicely between the back four and Mikey Moore on the right. Romero being his strong leader self. A couple occasions where he's chosen to put his foot on the ball and calm things down a little bit when it felt like the game was maybe getting a little bit too helter-skelter. Been very impressed indeed by Archie Gray at centre-half. no wonder, I've said it before, I'll say it again, no wonder the Leeds fans were absolutely devastated to lose Archie Gray, because he is a Rolls Royce of a player. You put him in a position where he's barely ever played centre back, and it's like he's played there all his life. He clearly loves having the game all in front of him. He clearly loves getting his foot on the ball and trying to play balls in between the lines. He's not afraid to get him in good positions as well. I know that doesn't make sense in terms of defensively, but what I mean by that is he does the simple things when it comes to positioning his body and trying to get in the way of through balls and crosses. And I've been very, very impressed with him. Ben Davis on the left-hand side at left back has done Ben Davis things. A great pro, gets in good positions. He's an underrated passer, Ben Davis, getting some good balls in between lines, linking up well with Timo Werner on the left. Eva Suma, I'd give him a 7.5 and 8 out of 10 at the moment. Really kind of sweeping up stuff in front of the back four well, playing some good balls, a couple of driving runs as well, and good to see him fit and back in the side. And at the moment, and long may it continue, although because of Bentancur's potential ban, it's so good to have two players vying for that sixth role who you know can do it really, really well. Pape Matsar, really pleased for him to get another goal. He is tirelessly running into the channels, giving options to Mikey Moore down the right, giving options to Lucas Bergvall. So very impressed with him as well. Technically, I'd say in terms of his ability to take the ball on the half turn, I'd say that Pape Matsar is probably the least technically gifted of all of our midfielders, but he has an engine unlike any other player we've had for years. And he's going to be such an asset to this team for years to come. Lucas Bergvall, quite a quiet performance in general, but always showing for the ball, literally. Always wanting it, scanning around him, seeing who's about, and just making lovely stuff, playing really well as a link man, but not really made anything happen yet other than getting it out to Mikey Moore very regularly and Timo Werner. And the reason he's getting it out to Timo Werner is very early on in this game, Werner showed a drop of the shoulder and some confidence to go at his fullback, get a good left-footed cross in, and it created an unbelievable chance for Will Lancashire, who should really have just nodded it in. But in the end, he got a bit of pressure from the centre half, and that did enough to put him off, and it hit his shoulder and went over the bar. But well played to Will Lancashire for making that run. He's been running tirelessly all game, pressing and making runs in the channels, and we've been constantly trying to play him in with balls over the top. And because of the ski surface, really more than anything else, those balls are mostly running through to the keeper or for goal kicks, but he keeps on going. And with Solanke on the bench, you could maybe see Solanke coming on, hopefully for the last maybe 20 minutes or so, as a run out to try and put more pressure on the Ferencvaros back line. And I've left Mikey Moore till last. And the reason I've left Mikey Moore till last is he has shown me in this half that he is the real deal. Certainly the first half an hour of the game, he ran it. He was absolutely single-minded in wanting to get at the defenders, whether that be on the outside towards the byline, or on the inside coming narrow and bringing other players into play. Just like I said, I said it during the first half, he reminds me of Joe Cole. When Joe Cole was coming through, and before Joe Cole was almost... his flames were slightly doused by Jose Mourinho. He joined Chelsea, and Jose Mourinho really kind of put him into a slot of team. Mikey Moore, although he's playing within the system of Ange Postecoglou's team and structure, that structure allows him to do whatever he wants. And he is such an exciting runner with the ball, just loves to drive straight at the opposition defense, drop a shoulder, go one way, go the other. Defenders don't know how to play against him. He's already got his fullback booked. And honestly, such an exciting time to be a Spurs fan with a talent like that coming up through the academy and getting proper first team minutes. Let's hope that this continues, and he continues with this performance in the second half. Peter Steele, let's get in the comments, guys. Ask any questions you want during this halftime. Peter Steele says, Werner's crossed the ball much better today. I agree. Listen, I think the key thing with Timo Werner, not dissimilar to what I've been saying for a while about Brennan Johnson, it's really kind of worked for Brennan Johnson, which is just to get him in the positions where he is confident and get him in the positions and get him the ball in the spaces where he really can do those things that he is excellent at. And that is, can you get him driving at his left fullback? Can you get him crossing it across the box? And potentially, can you give him opportunities to cut inside, outside the box, and try and bend it towards the far stick? That is what Werner is good at. One-on-ones, unfortunately, he's not confident at them anymore. And we saw that at halftime. We saw that in Man United game. Sorry, I just got distracted there because Laren Deb says, wondering what Barney is watching. That's because he said we were half time, but I'm clearly on a bit of a delay. I think it's fair to say, isn't it? Deb, thank you so much. Really appreciate you now giving us a weather forecast. I'm actually going to turn the volume up on Peter Crouch because I just want to see what they're going to say about Mikey Moore. He says Mikey Moore's looked sharp. Well, I think he's looked better than that. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think he's just looked sharp, or is he really excited you guys as much as he's excited me? I really do. Liston Hine says, don't be worried. The pitch is hurting Bergvall's game a lot. I think Bergvall's doing okay. Sean Ansell says it's where everyone is losing it, I think. KDK171 says, Werner is best playing away from home as the fans groaning will make him way worse. Yeah, maybe not a bad call. Franco Cosentino. Porro, man of the half for me. I've liked Pedro Porro. I think he's done well. Laren Deb, Barney, you're watching on a slower feed than me. I'm on delay. Sorry about that. It's just the way it goes. Martin P. Yeah, I've already said that. Matthew Schipper, do you think Bergvall is more of an 8 and a 10 at this point, lacking a bit of energy in my opinion? I think it's just an energy-sapping pitch. And let's see what happens. I don't think he's played badly at all. I think he's just been okay. They're just showing the goal that was disallowed for Ferencvaros. They're very unlucky there. So what happens is, as the first cross comes in, there is a man offside in the middle, but it doesn't come to him. It goes to the back stick. And they're suggesting that him being offside in the middle might have put Vicario off, but it had nothing to do with Vicario. And Tottenham got incredibly lucky there, I think it's fair to say. Oh, okay. Sorry, I stand corrected. Actually, they've given the offside for the man at the back, I think. Yeah, he was offside. Well, I stand corrected. I thought that was a bad decision, but actually they found the correct decision from somewhere. Plush Teddy says, I would like to see Reggie. Maybe he came back. No, he's not in the squad, afraid. He just was taken out there as a training cone. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of stick for Lucas Bergvall. I think he's been absolutely fine. We can't expect him to just come in and be as strong as James Maddison straight away. That's just not going to happen. And let's be honest, like the pressure that he put on their back line is what caused Pape Matar's goal. And he is a workhorse, Lucas Bergvall, and also his ability on the ball will come to the fore. This is really only his first start, isn't it? Apart from, I don't think the one against Karabag counts because, he was taken off so quickly. Martin P says, centre forwards seem to work too hard outside the penalty box. Do we need them to continually press rather than just focusing the work in the box? The players already squeezed, not needing to press. Well, I think Ange Postecoglou would say to you, yes, they need to press. That's what our game is all about, starting from the centre forward. And that's why Dominic Solanke has been so excellent for Spurs so far, because his press has enabled us, especially the likes of Johnson and Sonny and Werner when he's come in for Sonny to put on the second press, and Deki Kulusevski and win the ball up in the opposite third more than any other Premier League team this season. In fact, I think it's something like maybe 20 times more than any team in Europe this season. So yes, I think the answer is yes, and I think that's why, not that I wouldn't want Harry Kane back at Spurs, but I don't think Harry Kane would suit the Ange system that well in terms of the pressing anyway. How he would suit the Ange system is that you'd score probably 35 goals in a season. C9 Mannix, the thing that makes me nervous is how aggressively both Gray and Romero profile. It kind of opens us up that we have two centre-backs who want to step up and create transition. I've been impressed with Archie Gray, to be honest. I don't mind that they're always on the front foot. I know what you mean. There are balls over the top all the time, but I think it's the risk-reward nature of Ange's style of play. He wants them up high. He's willing to take the risk of, if the quality of the ball over the top, particularly on a wet pitch, it has to be really, really good quality ball over the top to be perfect without going through to Vicario. He's saying to Ferencvaros, if you're to do that, you'll make yourself a chance. But in the meantime, we'll be so high up that we're going to be pressing you into mistakes, and that's what was happening certainly in the first half of that half. Sean Ansell says the goal scorer was offside. That's right. I saw that. Sorry. Earlier, I thought he'd made a terrible decision, but actually, well done, the VAR. Era Van Gogh, says Bergvall, I believe, was good. Era Van Gogh also says only one strong I would say is Davis. I don't think Davis is struggling. Sean says Ben Davis improved as the half went on. Matthew Schipperler, Gray's been great, especially out of position. Young players showing no fear, which is most important to me. Guys, 147 of you on the stream at the moment. Thank you so much for your support. 120 29 likes. That's massive for me. Really appreciate it. If you haven't pressed the like button so far, please do. It helps it get up the algorithm, seen by more Spurs fans. And you can subscribe to this channel to watch me with daily Tottenham content. Go to the little illustrated picture of me in the bottom right-hand corner, which should be over there, and press it. And press the notification button so you can see the bell button so you can see when I release my content every day. Also, you can become a member of this channel, only £1 a month. And that really helps me make this content for you. All the reasons, all the ways how are in the description box below. Van Gogh is coming. Let's get the second and kill the game. Completely agree. C9 Manic, more of a tactical worry than a worry about the quality of either centre back. They've both been good. Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, no, I do understand what you're saying. But look, I don't think, other than Mickey van der Ven's pace, really, is the thing that Archie Gray obviously doesn't bring, and a little bit of balance on the left-hand side, ability to open up the game, find the forward with a left foot pass, or drive down the line, or drive to the byline like he did in that amazing assist. Other than that, I think Archie Gray brings a lot of calmness on the ball, and I've been comfortable with him. But yeah, other than the pace, you know, it's just all about Andy's style, isn't it? Listen, Hines says, let's hope a Man United masterclass later tonight so the Dutchman can keep his job. Look, I've got a lot of friends and family who are Man United fans, and I feel for them. I really do, because so many forced dawns. And the reality is that they are in a similar spot to where Spurs were under Jose and realistically Antonio Conte and Nuno, of course, which is where just kind of one step forward, 3 steps back all the time. And until it has to be a huge strategy change. And I think United are trying to put that in the background. But in reality, it takes time. And finally, I don't know if you guys have seen, thank you, Dar M, by the way, who's just become a pro member. Really appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, I will, of course, read out any super chats that you throw in as well. But I'm reading out all your chats, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I just think, I really think that if you read the article that Bruno Langer did today, and I think it's in The Athletic, maybe, he talks about how the whole strategy from top to bottom of the club is geared around to dare is to do. And that is the men's first team, the women's team, the academy, and the recruitment as well. Every player that they're signing is agreed on by all of the important players, Scott Munn, Johan Langer, Ange Postecoglou, and then Daniel Levy. And this might be music to a lot of fans' ears. Daniel Levy doesn't have a say in players that Spurs buy anymore. He just gets involved in the, negotiations for them. And now, I'm sure a lot of you would rather he didn't get involved in the negotiations, but the reality is he's in charge of the money, so that's always going to happen. But it is refreshing to hear in that article that Levy is not in charge in any way of picking players. And the article is really, really impressive, I have to say. Langer comes across well, and I'm excited about the strategy for Spurs. Plush Teddy says, I'm a bit stressed, but I'll be back on Inside Spurs. Oh, you're having a little chat there, sorry. Matthew Shipple and Barnaby, who were the 2 young players you mentioned we were keeping tabs on in yesterday's Spurred on? Well, one of them is the Bournemouth winger, who's really exciting, Semenyo, isn't it? And the other one has escaped my mind, but Semenyo looks really, really good and did last season as well. Anyway, we're about to start the second half. I will be back with you guys after the game, and if there are any breaks in play, but I'm on a bit of a delay, so you're probably already seeing some of the second half, so I will get out of the chat. But I'll be back in the chat definitely after this game, guys. But no changes made as far as I can tell in the second half, as we're about to kick off. The final of the Europa League, they're just saying, is in Bilbao this year. What an away day that would be. And that would be incredibly exciting if we could make it all the way there. Spurs now kicking from right to left as we look at it. Get it started. Again, green against green and white. Not that it would change at halftime, but I'm just kind of astonished by it, to be honest. Anyway, Spurs playing some good stuff down the right. Or Pape Matar, I think, tried to find Mikey Moore, but Sarr gets it again. It's a very high... it's a very high camera angle, this, and Spurs are miles away from the pitch. So, but I think it's Mikey Moore now. Plays it into Bergvall. You can always tell who Bergvall is because of his shock of lovely blonde hair. As Spurs now get the ball back with Pape Matar. Sarr again makes a good run into the box and wins the ball back. Good engine from Sarr here, and it goes out for a throw-in. Just never stops running, does he, Pape Matar? Spurs taking every free kick and throw in as quickly as they can. It comes back to Romero, who plays a nice ball into Bergvall. His first touch is heavy, the Bergvall, and he loses it. And tries to, a little bit of dodgy. It comes to Archie Gray, who does well. Really well, Archie Gray now on the left flank. And he's driving all the way down the left flank. Incredible from Archie Gray. Now driving towards the box. Oh, he knocked off the ball and someone's going to have to sit in from him. He didn't really have many options ahead of him there. Lancashire made a good run for him, but he didn't fancy picking out Lancashire. And it was a wonderful run from Archie Gray, though. Very exciting young player. That was all the way down the left flank, and he's not left-footed. Really good stuff. Long throw down the line there from... Spur. Good defending from Romero there as he's tried to be shoulder barged off the ball by the Ferencvaros player. And he's just being a little bit brave now on the edge of his box. Plays out to Porro. And Mikey Moore tries to turn his man. Did really beautifully, Mikey Moore there, actually. He was under pressure on the touchline. Tried to beat his man. It felt dangerous when the ball came to him, but he's just so confident. What a player. Lancashire at the moment, all I'd say about him is that, he's working hard. He looks a little lightweight. That's all I'd say. But, I think realistically, if it wasn't for injuries to the likes of Richarlison, then he wouldn't be in this game. Anyway, Spurs have lost the ball in midfield. They're trying to be a bit clever with it. And they're in down the left-hand side here. And it's a shot. And Vicario's tipped it wide. 47th minute. It's a great save. At full stretch, we gave the ball away. And I'll tell you what, the players, it's an unbelievable one-handed save. Spurs gave the ball away cheaply on the outside of the box, and the player on the left-hand side tries to shape it with his right foot into the far corner. And now there's a flare, which makes it even harder to see, but it's a Ferencvaros corner. It's going to be an outswinger from the right. Comes into the middle, and it's cleared from Spurs, but a chance for a shot from outside the box. Now it's going to be another cross. Cleared again. It's a bit of bobble. Yeah, it's hard to see because of the smoke from a flare, but Spurs clear it to the halfway line. Basically, cannot see a thing at this point. Anything could be happening. Can they see? I mean, Ferencvaros seem to be in down the left-hand side. The referee has given offside, apparently. You get this, don't you, when you go to Eastern Europe? We love the flares. I think the ref is maybe going to slow this down for a second. Anyway, they're showing this. It was really a brilliant shot and an unbelievable one-handed save from Vicario, and then he gives it the full double fist bump. Got to give Vicario credit for that. Keeps Tottenham in the lead, 1-0. 110 of you watching at the moment, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, there's so much smoke that they've actually just stopped the game for a little bit because people can't see. And apparently it's because the linesman cannot see all the way to the other side of the pitch, and that is a good decision. Let's get into the chat a little bit, seeing as there's a break of play here. Yeah, Larence Venom, absolutely right. And the smoke. Sean Ansell says he is good Venom. My first Euro flare. That smoke isn't going to go anywhere with that rain. Yeah, good point. Good point. Get in the chat, guys. Let's get back on the chat because Martin Redwood, so glad Diego made it. Hello, Martin. Actually, Martin helped me with my move yesterday. Very, very lovely man. And clearly great taste in where he watches his watch-alongs. They're just showing the replay of the goal there. Good finish from Pape Matar. Just slots it home into the bottom left-hand corner. But really some terrible defending in the first. Anyway, the game is back underway now. Can't say I can see everything, but can see some things. Spurs playing it back to Vicario now. Ben Davis gives him an option. He needs an option down the line now. He might go long, and he does. Just picks it up towards Werner. He didn't have much around him, so Ferencvaros pick it off. And they're playing some good stuff in central midfield now. Bergvall pressing high. And Ferencvaros is opening it up now, looking comfortable on the ball. anything that happens in the far corner of the pitch, I just cannot really see. They seem to be out on the touchline. Yeah, they're getting it towards the byline on the left now. And a diving challenge. And the man goes down like he's been shot, but he got the ball, whoever it was, probably Romero, based on the fact that it was a diving tackle. And a cross comes over and it goes out for a Spurs goal kick. Ban flares from Stadia. That's all I can say right now, guys, because I can't see anything. Oh, yeah, they've just shown tackle from Romero. Put everything into it, as per. Spurs now just playing it out down the right. Good ball from Porro down the right. Oh, Pab Matasar just running, but a heavy touch. That shows exactly what I was saying, wasn't it? He's kind of the least technically gifted in terms of his touch of all of these players, but he has the best engine. Yeah, Glenn Hoddle in CoCom complaining about how he can't see anything with the Spurs green kit and the mist. But the mist finally, the smoke is clearing a bit. Basuma into Bergvall, into Archie Gray, back to Ben Davis. I think Ben Davis and Archie Gray might have swapped this half. Basuma does well, turns away from 3 players and plays, unfortunately, trying to play Mikey Moore in, but it's a bad ball. I wonder if that was a momentary swap. Good defending from Timo Werner there. Got back and helped his players. Yeah, no, I think it was a momentary swap from Archie Gray and Ben Davis. This has been a bit of a bitty second half so far. 52 minutes gone. And Ferencvaros playing it out. Play a mid-range ball into midfield. Romero gets up. He's beaten, but behind him is Ben Davis. He plays it easy to Porro. Or at least I assume it's Porro. It's hard to see so far away. Porro plays the ball over the top to Sarr. It was a good ball. And actually, they've had to clear that out for a corner. Lovely run from Pape Matasar, who has continuously made that run into the channel. And Spurs have been fighting him all day. And in the end, Ferencvaros have to clear it for a corner. Can we score from another set piece? We scored a couple this season. And if we score another one, it could put real pressure on Ferencvaros in this game. But at the moment, you'd have to say it's likely that they'll continue to make more chances. Anyway, here comes the corner. It's taken short again. Cross comes in. Chance for Romero. Tipped over the bar. He didn't get a full header on it. It looped up and tipped over. And again, another short corner. Out to Porro, to Bergvall. Plays it inside to Mikey Moore outside the box. Fronts him up. He's driving at the defense. Brilliant Mikey Moore. Just runs it too far. But I love the bravery from the kid. Yeah, and the defender did dangle a leg, and he's lucky he didn't touch him because that could easily have won Spurs a penalty. But beautiful bravery. Mikey Moore running the wrong side. And Lucas Bergvall wins the ball up the pitch. Heavy touch. Helped out by Ben Davis there. But that was good to see from Mikey Moore. Getting himself back in the game in the second half because he's been a bit quiet in the last 15 minutes of the first half, I'd say, in the first 8 minutes of the second, but now got himself in the game. I think Spurs need to get him on the ball as much as they possibly can. Ferencvaros with the big swinging ball across the pitch, and it goes straight off. And Spurs looking to do their throw in quickly. Basuma into Lucas Bergvall, takes on the half turn, does well. Taken off him by Pedro Porro, but Bergvall makes ball. Lovely ball from Porro into Sarr. If he can get there, doesn't quite get there, and the Ferencvaros defender gets to clearing it. He does well, the defender there. But Romero beats him in the air, but that's a foul from Romero. I think the striker knows what he's doing there. He just felt the kind of body behind him and went down on the floor. It was a little bit of a push from Romero. You have to say that is a foul. And the Ferencvaros fans looking to get Romero booked, giving it the old one of those. Bit of cheese. Give him the cheese. Ferencvaros now on the centre line. Playing it across to the right-hand side. And a good ball down the channel. Ferencvaros playing inside. They're playing some nice stuff here. Good defending. Archie Gray with his back. Turns away beautifully as well. Werner does well there. Got to give it to Bergvall. Lovely play from Spurs, getting it out of a tight spot here. Now Bergvall's got to find something, and he does so. It doesn't quite make it to Werner though, and Bergvall runs after his own mistake, and now there's some space in central midfield for Ferencvaros. But a good press there from Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's press there makes Ferencvaros go all the way back to their keeper. Beautiful stuff. Lovely stuff from Mikey Moore. Just shows that he's willing to do the beautiful stuff on the ball, but also the doggy work. I love that. Long ball from Ferencvaros. Romero wins it fairly this time. Comes into central midfield. A lot of space on the right-hand side now for Ferencvaros. They come down the right wing. He's going to drive at the fullback. That's good stuff. Cleared in the middle, and Sar's got to clear it and does well. Sar did really well at the back post to clear it there because that was a good cross from Ferencvaros. Came all the way to the back stick where it's always dangerous for Spurs. They got the ball again. They're going to the back stick again. Cleared this time by Archie Gray, does well. Good ball from Lucas Bergvall as Tottenham try and transition now. Sar drives it, gives it to Pedro Porro, who finds Mikey Moore, and it slows down. No players, really, not enough players ahead of Mikey Moore to do any damage there, but good defending from Archie Gray with his head as the ball came into the box. Ben Davies now plays out wide to the left. Lucas Bergvall always still wanting to get on the ball. He hasn't had the best game, but he's always trying to get on the ball and making space for other players to find him. Ben Davies across to Christian Romero, takes a bit of a dicky touch. Now finds Mikey Moore, who with a beautiful first-time ball finds Porro. It comes the other way to Ben Davies now. And Davies again has taken that centre-back role with Archie Gray coming inside in the inverted full-back role. Very fluid from Spurs. But when Lucas Bergvall just slipped over, handballed it, and then they're in here, Ferencvaros. But he's played too much of a heavy ball, and it comes all the way through to Vicario. Bergvall, very lucky there. Slipped on the ball, handballed it. Wasn't given because Ferencvaros were free with 2 or 3 players. Need to get the long studs in here, Bergvall. Over the top ball now, in towards Will Lancashire. Hold it up nicely. Well done. Plays it back into Mikey Moore. And now Lancashire at the byline. Chance to cross it here for Lancashire. Bit of a heavy touch. It's a good ball. And it's cleared for a goal, for a corner. Good defending from Ferencvaros, but good stuff between Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire, who, of course, will have played together on hundreds of occasions for Spurs in the academy. Yeah, Lancashire did the right thing there because Werner had made a good run towards the near post. And it's a corner for Spurs. Lancashire is a very willing striker. Come on, let's try and make the most out of one of these set pieces because we haven't had much success with them so far. To be fair, Ferencvaros are quite a big side, and the team we have on the pitch at the moment isn't very big. Oh, short corner goes early. Chance at the back stick. Oh, great effort from Lancashire at the back post on the volley, and it just goes over the bar. It's actually a great effort from Lancashire. Hits it into the ground. It just goes over the bar. Tell you what, if Will Lancashire scored that, what a moment in time that would have been. He's working his socks off, Will Lancashire, as is Mikey Moore. Ferencvaros make their first couple of changes here, bring some more legs onto the pitch. They'll be looking to get a result in this home game, that's for sure, because there are 8 games in this league phase, but of course you don't play any of these teams twice. So really got to make the most of your home games because you won't have played, there's no chance to kind of learn what you can from games and then make the most of it in the return game. Anyway, Basuma now on the ball, bring it out of midfield. Finds Porro, who finds Basuma with a lovely little touch. And Basuma is tagged from behind. Little foul in central midfield there. He's played well, Basuma here. Spurs looking to take the free kick. Comes Romero at it now. Surely he's going to take Ben Davies. There's definitely been a swap between Ben Davies and Archie Gray in the second half. Archie Gray now playing as the left back, the inverted left back, and Ben Davies as the centre half. Davies gets the ball now, looking for an option. Oh, he turned away. This is dangerous for Davies, but he does well. 122 of you on the stream. 147 likes, though, guys. Really appreciate your support. If you haven't liked it or subscribed to the channel yet, please do. But most importantly, come on, you Spurs. Davies now dinks one over the top towards Lancashire, but it's cleared out by the Ferencvaros centre half. Werner's not really been in this game second half at all. Bergvall slipped over a couple of times, but I still really rate. I think he's going to be a great player for Spurs. We need to get him on the ball more. Give him opportunities to drive at that back line. More than that, I would just keep getting it to Mikey Moore, frankly, because he's been very impressive. Romero now. Lovely ball. Oh, and a high foot there from Ferencvaros, you would have thought, but not given. And Romero plays it in, and Bergvall's found a good spot here. And just gets stuck under his feet a bit, and he slips again. And plays a bad ball. I think he got the wrong boots on here, Bergvall, you know. Wouldn't surprise me if Bergvall would be one of the first to come off. Maybe Kulusevski would come on for him, or Maddison, realistically. It's 61 minutes gone. I'd say realistically Spurs would be looking, Andrew would be looking to make subs probably in about 10 minutes time or so. Werner with the press and Sarr with the secondary press as Ferencvaros try to beat the Tottenham press, and they play a long ball over the top. Ben Davis beaten in the air, but Gray is helping him out. But don't go to the keeper here, Archie. You're in a bit of trouble here, Archie. Turn away. Yeah, you've got to turn away, Archie. You've got to turn away. Oh, he actually did. Archie Gray just did a Cruyff flick to get himself out of an absolutely terrible position. And from it, Bissouma has played in Lancashire. Chance! It's got to be a foul. Lancashire was just about to shoot, and the guy has ploughed through him. He's ploughed through him and got the ball after getting Lancashire. Brilliant from Gray. Now watch this. He ploughs through him. I'm sure of it. Oh, no, he won't get a penalty for that. Yeah. That's where Lancashire, I think, is a little bit lightweight. You know, look, you can't compare to Harry Kane, but Kane takes one touch and bang. And he just was a little bit slow on getting his shot away. But beautiful football from Spurs. Gray starting it into Bissouma, driving the defence. Plays a beautiful ball through to Lancashire. And could be a penalty. Oh, they're in here. Oh, chance. And the ball's not going to go off here, I don't think. Good play. They've kept it on here, Ferencvaros, and he's beaten his man. Big chance for Ferencvaros here. And a good block by Sarr this time, I think. And they've taken the corner quickly here, Ferencvaros. Chance for a cross, but it's a bad cross, and Spurs defend it. And Pau Matsar driving out. And I'll tell you what, it's 2-on-1 here for Spurs. It's Mikey Moore driving at the back line. 2-on-1. He plays a beautiful ball. Oh, no, it's Timo. Takes it round him, and it's a terrible touch. Mikey Moore, beautiful pass. And I feel like it's my fault because at Old Trafford with his first 1-1, I said Werner should have taken it round the keeper. And this time Werner did try and take it round the keeper, but his touch was just too heavy and he hits it wide. And Spurs bringing on Brennan Johnson and Deki Kulusevski. Such a shame because Werner's actually played pretty well. It's Bergvall coming off. Kulusevski on. Bergvall and Werner off. And Johnson. I feel Timo Werner because he's played okay here tonight. Mikey Moore did absolutely brilliantly down the right-hand side again there. Actually, James Maddison as well. Maddison on for... Is it Lancashire? Lancashire's done well. But that means I'm pretty sure that Deki Kulusevski will play in the false 9. I just want to say how impressive Mikey Moore has been again. That it's such an easy position for him to have got that pass wrong, and it was absolutely weighted perfectly from the youngster. And Timo Werner, I can see why he tried to take it round him because he took the shot early at the weekend and failed that way. Just got too heavy a touch on it. I feel for in front of goal, but he is in my opinion, a good squad option for us. Anyway, Ferencvaros now. Playing it from midfield. Oh, and Bissouma gives away a foul in central midfield. I thought he might get booked, but he wasn't. He was just a little late to it there. Anyway, so Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson on the right. Kulusevski playing as the false 9, and Madders in the 8/10 instead of Bergvall. Let's hope he's got his long studs on, because Bergvall didn't, to be honest. Ferencvaros push now all the way back to their keeper. Good press from Spurs. And Mikey Moore has come to the left-hand side now. Good defending from Ben Davis there. Yeah, cuts out a through ball in the channel. And Ferencvaros go for the long throw down the line, but now it comes loads of space for Madders here, who plays in Kulusevski. Oh, he tries to flick it through to Johnson. Nice attempt there, but didn't quite come off. Johnson wasn't quite ready for it, but good to see that Madders had so much space in central midfield there. You'd have to think within the 66th minute, with Ferencvaros looking, they've already made some attacking substitutions. With them looking to push at us, there should be some space in behind for the likes of Brennan Johnson. And they're still trying to play it out. A good press there from Archie Gray as Ferencvaros try and play it out. Spurs have played well in this game, I have to say. It's not been, perfect, but it's been a bit of a mix and match side. But we need to get a second goal to kill this off. Ferencvaros with a throw on the right-hand side. Throws it straight into the ground. Oh, and Kulusevski tries to put the press on, but is beaten. And now it gets over to the left fullback, who's driving at Spurs. Johnson is trying to get over there to help Porro. 2-on-2 out wide. They're trying to get... Oh, good play. There's going to be a good chance to get a cross in here. There's deflection on it. And in the end, it's Archie Gray to clear it, but it goes straight up in the air. Bissouma helps it on. And Ferencvaros start again. Down the right-hand side this time. Good stuff from Archie Gray, though. He's had a good game, the kid. Really good game. 132 of you watching. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Hope you're enjoying this game. Well done, Madders. Oh, bit of a dangerous ball out of defence there. Ferencvaros win it back again. They're going to be looking to get a cross in. Traore now running at the back line. Madders is there. And a cross comes in. Oh, it's a chance. Cross comes in. It's a chance. Ball's coming away from him a bit, and he heads it over the bar. Crosses are definitely Ferencvaros' best chance in this game. Spurs have taken the goal kick early, and it comes now to Ben Davis, who finds Archie Gray. He's in a bit of pressure there, but it goes out for a throw-in. .60 into 69th minute. Still Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 1. It's been a tight game. Wet, sodden conditions. Difficult to get us going, but making chances. Just before Timo Werner went off about 5 minutes ago, he had a really brilliant chance. Kulusevski trying to be a bit clever there, and that's led to Ferencvaros getting in down the right. Great tackle from Bissouma, I think it is. Oh, my word. Bissouma, beautiful stuff, but in the end, unfortunately, Archie Gray gives it away. What a beautiful bit of skill from Bissouma. Started with a great tackle. Diving tackle, takes the ball, takes everything. Yeah, he's got to be careful. He did jump in, but he got everything, so he gets away with it. Spurs throw into Kulusevski, holds it up well. Oh, and then unfortunately a bad ball into Mikey Moore, goes straight out of play. The game's become a bit bitty in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Spurs will be looking to find some space. Bissouma does well there. Now we have got some space in central midfield. Just find it easy. Oh, terrible, lazy ball. That is a classic Bissouma thing, I'm afraid. He does the hard work. And now Ferencvaros, they had a chance to go through the middle, but Romero telegraphed it. And it's a beautiful ball to Madders, who finds Mikey Moore straight away, and he's driving towards the box now. Mikey Moore, he's looking for help. Finds Madders. Good ball. Oh, Madders dived a little bit there, I have to say. And Spurs lose the ball on the edge of their own box, and now Ferencvaros are driving at them. Someone's got to foul him in central midfield, and they don't. They come out to the right-hand side now. Spurs starting to get men back. But he's driving at Archie. He's going to want to go to the byline. Helped out there, though, well, by Kulusevski, I think it was. But lots of space in central midfield. And a cross comes to the back stick. Vicario's got to be strong here, and he is. Beautiful stuff from Vicario, showing that he is improving on the front foot, coming for crosses. Comes and claims it. Back in the day, I'm sure he would have tried to punch that. Lovely stuff from Vic. Gives straight to Romero. And Vicario now finds Ben Davis. It was a good opportunity for Spurs there. Unfortunately, Madders he kind of dived a little bit. He tried to take it round his man. The man came, and I think he should have just played an easier ball, to be honest. Anyway, Ben Davis now, just driving a little bit, finds Mickey Moore on the left. Takes it on the half turn and finds a beautiful pass into Kulusevski down the line. Shows well for him and plays in Moore. Beautiful stuff. Moore now. Oh, and he nutmegs him. And then Madders kind of half looked to pass it to Moore and half take it himself, and in the end did neither. And now Ferencvaros are on the break again. God, this is such an end-to-end game. There's definitely more goals in this game, it's fair to say, as it comes out to the wide left forward. Brennan Johnson's back helping. There's going to be an opportunity to cross it here again for Ferencvaros. Comes to 15 on the edge of the box. Plays it across the middle. It's going to come to the right fullback here. He's going to play a cross in, I'm sure of it. Does so to the back stick. No one even attempts to stop the cross. It's headed away. And Moore under a bit of pressure here, and he clears it. He did the right thing. Madders might give away a foul here if he's not careful. Madders doesn't. But there's space here as the centre half now drives at Spurs. Out to the fullback. Another easy cross opportunity. It's a bad cross into Vicario. And it goes straight out for a goal kick. Tottenham, I'm afraid, I would much prefer them to try and stop the crosses at source. We just let crosses come in so easily. And, that's where the opponents always look most dangerous. But as ever, it started again. Spurs being relentless in their tempo when starting from set pieces. Romero across to Ben Davis. Madders has a lot of space in central midfield deep. Gives it back to Romero, who calls his man on and finds Ben Davis, who has space to run into. He tries to play the long ball over the top to Brennan Johnson. Find him beautifully. What a ball from Ben Davis. Oh, Johnson tries to cross it to Kulusevski, but it's blocked and it comes back now. Porro. Lovely stuff from Pedro. Plays in Kulusevski. He plays in Johnson. Beautiful stuff. Comes all the way across the box. And Mikey Moore just made that run a little too late, and it's cleared out for a corner. Beautiful stuff from Spurs. And Mikey Moore knows that is his job, to get to the back post. And that's why he's so annoyed at himself, because he knows that's his job. Beautiful ball from Brennan Johnson. And Moore was just a little late on it, and he knows it. But we've taken corner already. Madders running at the byline. Oh, just a heavy touch, and it's cleared for a throw-in. Good stuff from Madders as he makes his way to the byline. Oh, still 1-0 Spurs. 73 minutes on. Mikey Moore still on the pitch. Looks tired, but what a player. Archie Gray is going to take the throw-in. Madders come short for him. I thought he might give it to him there, but he didn't. They've got to be careful here. He might get booked here, Archie Gray. He's got to be careful. Finds Kulusevski. Lovely header from Decky into Madders, who gets the ball across the front to Johnson. Takes a first-time shot, and why not? He's so confident at the moment, but it's blocked. Comes out to Romero. Finds Porro in that little half space that he loves so much. Oh, a little handball. Yeah. Porro tries the cross and it's blocked with the hand. I mean, I'm not sure there's much he can do about it there, but, it's given as a free kick in a dangerous area. I guess it does stop a cross. And his hand is out. Yeah, it is a handball, to be fair. His hand is away from his body, which you can't do, can you? 75th minute. Not many kind of, other than the Werner one-on-one, not many kind of huge chances for Spurs in this game. 15 minutes of normal time to go. We could really do with a second goal here, it is fair to say. They're going to put this cross straight into the box. Madders and Porro are standing around it. Kulusevski, I think, was around it, but is now moving away a little bit. It's going to be Madders. He's going to want to whip this in pace. Moore is free at the back stick. Oh, no, he lays it off Kulusevski. It's a terrible free kick, is it? Kulusevski has the shot. So he laid it off Kulusevski. It looked like it was too heavy. Kulusevski does get his shot away, but it's blocked and goes off for a corner. They just tried to open up the angle, and in the end, the ball from Madders wasn't great. And I think Spurs are a bit lucky to get a corner in the end because the shot didn't have a great deal of power on it. 135 of you watching, guys. Thank you so much for watching this with me. Get that subscribe button. Press Spurs take the corner quickly once again. Now it's Madders. Whips it towards the far post. Good defending, you've got to say, by Ferencvaros there. Went with the runner. And they clear out all the way to the halfway line where Archie Gray is. And 3 Ferencvaros players pressing in, but he plays a ball over the top to the left-hand side where Mikey Moore tries to dive at his fullback. Goes off for a throw-in. Another substitution for Ferencvaros, 75th minute. Actually, 2 more substitutions for Ferencvaros. You've got to think with 15 minutes to go of normal time, they're going to push more aggressively than ever. And hopefully, as a result, there'll be more space on the transition for Spurs. Hopefully, we get into Brennan Johnson's feet, maybe into Mikey Moore's feet. Score a second. Archie Gray on the ball now. Plays Basuma out wide. He loses it, but it goes off for a Spurs throw. Unfortunately, I've been in enough of these situations with Spurs down the years where we've been winning these games late on, and then we concede one, the crowd get up, and we concede another. And with quite a young team, that's what I would be worried about. So that's why it feels so important to me for us to get the second ball. Kulusevski just tries to be a bit too cute there. Lost it, but lovely turn from Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore got Kulusevski out of trouble a little bit there. What a player. What a player. Might even go to the hairdressers tomorrow and ask for a Mikey Moore. Spurs take the free kick quickly and have lost it. That was Madders there. I'm not sure that was necessary. Saw a run, went for it. I'm sure that's what And want him to do. And now he puts the press on high, as does Kulusevski, and it goes all the way back to the Ferencvaros keeper. Mikey Moore now pressing their fullback. Archie Gray pressing the wide forward. And the ball goes down the channel. Oh, and tell you what, Basuma did wonderfully there, but actually, when in trying to keep it on, has lost it, and they're in down the right. Really big chance for Ferencvaros here. They're free in the back. Yeah, free header at the back post. He tries to control it, though. Spurs have some men back. It's going to be a chance to cross it. They're in the byline again. He slips again. And a poor cross, and Spurs clear it. And these are dangerous times for Tottenham this couple of minutes. Don't foul him. Looking for a foul outside box here. The press is on for Spurs. Sarr does well. Porro then finds Sarr again. Don't be... Good stuff from Spurs. Nearly got out there, but a dangerous ball. Romero clears, and in the end, Pat Matsar puts his foot through it. Head comes from the centre back. Basuma brings it down and calms it down into the feet of Archie Gray, who finds he's looking for Madders in the half space there. And now the fullback driving from Ferencvaros. They're in down the right. Archie Gray gets back. He'll go to the byline. Surely, no, he cuts inside. They're going to have a shot here. It's a good shot. It's an average shot. Easily saved by Vicario. Yeah, he didn't catch it. I said it was a good shot, but actually he didn't really catch it, and Vicario gets down easily. I think that's decent play from Archie Gray, showing him onto his wrong side, and that's why he didn't get hold of his shot. Madders goes down near the halfway line, trying to win a free kick, but I think he's probably okay. I just want Madders to put his foot on the ball a little bit more here. 11 minutes of normal time to go. Oh, yeah, it was a foul for Madders. He was caught from behind for sure. Vicario draws the man and finds Ben Davis. Plays a dangerous... Oh, beautiful football down the middle. Spurs are in here. It's Archie Gray. He's going to open it up surely to Brennan Johnson, who's in his position here, Brennan Johnson. He goes for the early shot and hits the bar. What an effort from Johnson. He hit it first time. Beautiful football. The confidence, they just found him in his position, hits it first time with his laces, and not only has it hit the bar, if it had been 5 inches underneath, it would have been the top corner for Brennan Johnson. Beautiful stuff. And now Ferencvaros are in down the right. Their right forward is completely one-on-one here. Archie Gray does well. And then Mike Moore helps him out, but not strong enough. Real chance for Ferencvaros here, but Spurs get bodies in the way. But now they're in down the right again. Too easy. And he has a shot over the bar. To be honest, I think Ferencvaros should have scored there. They really should have scored. And Dominic Solanke is now coming on for Pape Matar Sarr, 80th minute. And that allows Kulusevski to go back into midfield and Solanke to press from the front. Got to say that Spurs gave up a big chance, just so much freedom down the right. And Archie Gray does well there, gets it into Basuma. So both teams probably should have scored in the last few minutes there, but didn't. Oh, lovely inside run from Brennan Johnson. I don't see that often. That's beautiful. Into Madders here, who has a dig, and it's a bad shot. Madders should have played in Brennan Johnson there, I'm afraid. Instead, he tries a shot from outside the box and scuffs it straight down the keeper's throat. 9 minutes to go. Dom Solanke pressing the centre-half hard. Mikey Moore still on the left here. Solanke at centre forward. Johnson on the right with Kulusevski in midfield and Maddison, which is the partnership that has done so well for Spurs. Archie Gray was it high here. Oh, and just tries to play a bit of a paradise ball, and it's cut out. And Ferencvaros are in again down the right. Gray is out of position here, and Ben Davies has to help him out. Not a lot of pace down the side at the moment, and that's offside. If he touches that, that's offside. That had to be offside. Well, they end up having a header at goal, but it's clearly offside. Oh, no, actually can't have been offside because we actually passed it to them. Good chance there for Ferencvaros. And in the end, Vicario catches it pretty easily. And Spurs breaking forward. Archie Gray in some great positions at the moment. Madders tries to play through Solanke, who's slipping over as well. He's got the wrong studs on as well. This game is completely end-to-end. Blimey, just how Ange likes it. As ever, the commentators and co-commentators never understanding Ange ball, never understanding that Ange wants his team to be relentless no matter what the minute is. He wants them going forward, and that's what Tottenham are doing at the moment and leaving spaces at the back. But that is the risk reward that we play. And actually, Archie Gray there just let the ball come all the way through to his real chance for Ferencvaros. Lays it back. Big shot. Great block from Basuma. Another chance for a shot here. And another block from Gray for a corner. Well done, Yves Basuma there. But got to say, Archie Gray there didn't realise there was a man behind him and a big long ball came over the top of him. And like I said, the worry I have is if Ferencvaros score one, you could totally see the crowd getting up and maybe them scoring two, as we've seen against Spurs numerous times down the years. And now they have a corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. Spurs have to stay strong here. Yeah, it was just a big long ball from the keeper. Yeah, and Archie Gray didn't realise there was a man out wide behind him. And in the end, he gets to the box and lays it to the edge of the box. Good strike, blocked by Basuma. Second strike blocked by Gray. Tottenham get away with one, but wet night. Here comes the in-swinging corner. They've just made another substitution, Ferencvaros. In-swinger, here it comes. Good ball towards Vic. Punches. That's a foul there on the edge of the box, but it hasn't been given. And another one, and Spurs... Romero does well, and Kulusevski now on the ball on the left-hand side. Spurs did well at that. Vicario did really well punching out that corner. Oh, and Kulusevski plays Mikey Moore. Oh, but the defender does well, but Mikey keeps the ball. The defender did really well against Mikey Moore there, but he's driving him again, Mikey Moore, and he gets some help outside him from Deki Kulusevski, which takes away a defender. Moore plays it back to Archie Gray, who's being pushed now back, but finds Ben Davies, who's going to find Basuma. Spurs getting their foot on the ball a little bit for the first time in a while, which is good. Maddison finds Gray again. Just some little triangles and squares here as it goes back to Vicario. I tell you what, Ben Davies has given a horrible ball to Vicario, but he deals with it well and finds, I think it's Porro in midfield, who finds Archie Gray on the left, and there's space for Madders and space for Mikey Moore on the left here. Solanke's made a good run in here, been behind. Defender's gone with him. He's gone to the back stick towards Johnson. And Spurs, good chance here for Spurs. Brennan Johnson on his left foot. Goal, Brennan Johnson! 5 in 5 for Brennan. He actually takes this one on his left foot and slots it into the far left-hand corner. That should be curtains. Beautiful stuff. We needed that. Massive. 5 in 5 for Johnson, and this should lead to 5 wins in 5 games for Spurs. His second goal in the Europa League this season as well, and it was good football down the left. Solanke made a good run. He's across towards Johnson. It's clear. Now Madders finds Johnson again on the right-hand side, cuts inside and just slots it in off the post. Keeper tries to get a touch on it. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, Glenn Hoddle saying on comms that he caressed it. 161 of you guys watching. I hope you all saw that goal. I hope you're enjoying this display from Spurs. It's been a little bit of Harry-carry. It's been end-to-end. But what do you expect from handball, especially on these mix-and-match team European nights? But this looks like it's going to be 2 wins in 2 Europa League games. Perfect start for Tottenham Hotspur. No easy games away from home, especially in Eastern Europe, on a wet night. And handball doing its job. And I'm so pleased for Brennan Johnson. What a streak of form he's on. Good lad. All we need now really is for the next few games, while Sonny is potentially injured, for Timo Werner to score some goals just like Brennan Johnson has done. Timo Werner, of course, feel for him. He had a decent game, but he did miss another one-on-one. Pedro Porro just complaining. Feels like he got a bad tackle from one of the Ferencvaros players. Maybe a bit of frustration there. And the ref's bringing Porro and the Ferencvaros player in, just telling them to calm it down. The Spurs fans loving it, drinking their beer whilst watching the game. And Ferencvaros now on the left-hand side. They're going to need to score very soon now. They're going to put us under any pressure whatsoever. Good stuff from Dominic Solanke there, putting the press on and also making a good run for that goal. Really created some space for Spurs. 3 minutes of normal time still to go. Solanke working his nuts off. Really great stuff from forward. And Kulusevski doing the same on the secondary press and Johnson on third. So they have to go long into midfield. And that won easily by Porro. Oh, a little bit of good football in midfield. Bissouma puts his foot on the ball. Beautiful stuff midfield from Spurs. Comes out beautiful on the half turn for Bissouma. And that's got to be a booking. He's taken down there, Bissouma, as he's about to break through the midfield. But I think the ref lets the man get away from it. 159 of you on this feed, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Press that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily Spurs content, watch-alongs, and Premier League transfer news. Solanke just holding the ball up there. Tries to turn on it. They're really trying to hack him down, and eventually they succeed. Really good stuff from Big Dom, but don't get involved in that, Dom, because we do not want you injured for the weekend. Don't forget we play Brighton on Sunday afternoon. We will have won 5 in a row. We got absolutely spanked last year at the Amex. They were 4-0 up at one point. I think it was 4-3 in the end. But in reality, they outplayed us, and we need to get them back. We need revenge. This has been a half. Spurs now in again. Solanke laying it back to Johnson. It doesn't quite come off. Good football for Spurs. And they win the ball back in central midfield. But actually, it was offside against Solanke or Johnson. So it goes back for a Ferencvaros ball in their own box. Yeah, I want us to get revenge against Brighton. It should be a really enjoyable open game at the weekend. And hopefully we've not picked up any more injuries from this game. Really, really strong performance from Tottenham. It's been a bit up and down in terms of giving away chances, but that's the way handball is. You take it and you have to accept that they're going to give up chances. Vicario he's only had to make one absolute worldie of a save, to be fair. Spurs with Archie Gray down the left, gives the ball away there, trying to play a pass, and they're in down the right here. Bissouma to stand up Beeves. 3 of them then does well. Pedro Porro there. Oh, and plays a beautiful ball to Archie Gray. You can't keep it on, unfortunately. We're into the last minute of the game, normal time now. Vicario will be wanting to keep everything really tight in the last few minutes. Another clean sheet would be wonderful. Really top off this performance from Tottenham. Oh, what, Johnson nearly cut out the ball across there, but now Ferencvaros in down the left. Oh, it's a great ball. It's a goal. Ferencvaros, 90th minute. It was a beautiful cross. And this is going to make the last few minutes very difficult. Beautiful cross. And it's 5 minutes extra added time. It's going to be difficult. It was an handball-esque goal, to be honest. Now, Spurs have to be smart here. Johnson it was trying to cut out a ball, and he might regret that. You've got to say well played to their left forward, though. Johnson wouldn't have got back. And it's a good cross, and he's onside. Just the striker or the forward gets... I think they've gambled, really, and another man's got in the box, and he's got in between Ben Davis and who is it at the front? Romero. It's a good finish into the roof of the net. This is going to be a nervy last few minutes for Spurs because the crowd are now really up for this. The referee is... What's happened here? There's a goal check for some reason. The check is over. The goal has been given, and rightly so. Kick-off for Spurs. And Ferencvaros is going to be really up for this now. Spurs need to be smart. I'm a bit nervous about this. Yeah, Spurs now play it into the channel towards Johnson. It goes straight off the pitch. This is going to be a nervous few minutes for Tottenham Hotspur, to say the least. And there's space out here for Ferencvaros on the left-hand side. They're ploughing men forward here. But well done. No, don't go that way. Oh, Spurs are giving it away. But he gets a foot in. I think it's Johnson. It's quite far away from the camera, so it's hard to see. Plays up to Solanke. He loses the ball. And there's a bit of diving around here, but Matters with a bit of space now. No, Matters. Just tried to play the Hollywood ball through Kulusevski, and he's got to put his foot on it here. It's the last few minutes, and there was an easy ball out left to Mikey Moore for him. Oof. Nerve-wracking. Tell you what, I'm glad we're in the lead and not drawing. Oh, it came to Solanke's feet there, but he loses the ball. Tries to win it back. Did okay. Don't dive in here, Archie. Does well there, Archie Gray. Oh, and then goes down. You've been trodden on there, Archie Gray, maybe. 2 minutes of the added time gone, but a lot of that I think will be added on because it was to with a VAR check. Ferencvaros on the ball. These are nervy times for Tottenham Hotspur on a wet night. They've got a lot of men forward here, Ferencvaros. Vicario's coming for the ball. Loses it in the air. And he's helped out by Pape Matar. I'm glad he came for it. That's what Vicario's got to do more. It's a wet night, and he had men around him, so he spilled it a bit, but he was helped out. Now they're in down the left, Ferencvaros again. It's another cross. This comes all the way over. And what is it? Offside. Okay, a bit of relief for Tottenham Hotspur. 2 minutes left of the added time. Oh, they're playing replay, and I can't see what's happening. Vicario just taking his time a little bit here. Might take booking here. The Ferencvaros crowd whistling, getting behind their team. They deserve that goal, to be fair to them. And Vicario goes long. Not often you say that about Vicario. Solanke, I think it is, wins it in the air. The ball comes down now to Brennan Johnson on the right. Plays in Kulusevski, who, if I were him, run it to the corner. And he is running it to the corner. But he's looking for help now, turns away to Johnson, who plays it back to Porro. Into Basuma, puts his foot on it. And it's a bad ball from Basuma. He's played a few of those today. But fortunately, Ferencvaros kick it off at the side. And it's a throw into Spurs. We're looking at 1 minute and 15 of official added time. It wouldn't surprise me if this goes to 6 minutes because of the VAR check. Porro now with the throw-in. 160 of you watching. Really appreciate that, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already a subscriber for daily Spurs content. So we're into the last minute of the game here. Solanke tries to hold it up. Gives back to Porro. They're all pretty tight around each other here. Spurs still trying to play their football. It's beautiful stuff. And Spurs now running towards the byline. Tries to get across in Solanke, and that's beautiful because it's blocked and goes out for a corner, and Tottenham can take their time over this corner. Big Ange on the sideline, still got his hood up. Don't forget that his mentor, Puskas, was the manager of Ferencvaros, so this will be big for Ange Postecoglou if he can get the 3 points here. Solanke, as he was just driving towards the byline, it's just a slip from the Ferencvaros player, and I think his studs have caught in the turf, and he rolled his ankle here, and he's gone down. So this is interesting because this is obviously the last minute of added time. Spurs have a corner and Ferencvaros have a player down. It's their own time, you'd have to say. But this will add extra added time on at the end of this game. What can I say about this game so far? It's been a horrible, horrible condition. The pitch has held up pretty well, but it hasn't fully enabled Spurs to play their style, but they've still done pretty well. Lovely little intricate passing, nice triangles between the players. Beautiful stuff from Mikey Moore, particularly. I've been impressed by Archie Gray. Pedro Porro has played well again. Basuma, in the most part, has had a good game. A few misplaced passes here and there, where with him, it's like he does the hard bit, he beats the man, and then just kind of gets a bit lackadaisical when it comes to the passing. Anyway, the corner's been taken short, and Spurs are holding it in the corner here. Refs usually like to give away a free kick for these, and it's gone off for a goal kick. So we're 40 seconds over the end of the added time officially, but because of that injury and the VAR check, they're actually down to 10 men here, Ferencvaros. They play a long ball. They've got all their men forward. They're trying to get the winner, the equaliser. That is for sure. Spurs just hack it over the top. Mikey Moore chasing. And Ferencvaros clear it high up the pitch. And Madders finds Mikey Moore, who again just hacks it into the air. Oh, and Madders might be through here if he can use his strength. And that's a foul on James Maddison. Yes, Madders basically got clotheslined there. And an important foul for Spurs to win. Surely that has to be the end of the game for what would be a huge 3 points for Spurs. A good Europa League performance in a difficult situation. And an early end after a good goal from Ferencvaros. Mads takes the free kick quickly, and Mikey Moore now runs towards the corner flag and just runs it out of play. That's the end of it for Spurs. Really huge performance for Tottenham Hotspur and result, most importantly. The first English club to ever beat Ferencvaros on their own ground. Tottenham Hotspur win it 2-1 with the winning goal in the end from Brennan Johnson, who scores his fifth in 5 games. Matthew Shipper says, wouldn't be Spurs if it wasn't nervy. Finish the game, boys. Michael Shawcross is never in doubt with the kind of smiley face emoji. Nico says, wet, wet, wet. Laren Deb back in there says, no clean sheet today, guys. 170 of you watching. I really appreciate all of your support. Keep letting me know in the comments what you thought of today's game. I will go for a little bit of a rundown of what happened in the game. Early on, it was pretty comfortable for the home team in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game. But in the 7th minute, Mikey Moore really started coming to the ball, running at the Ferencvaros defence, winning a free kick really, really well and showing how much he wanted to take the game by the scruff of the neck. In the 9th minute, he made another beautiful ball. Got in a good position, played a beautiful ball across the box to exactly where Timo Werner should have been, but Werner didn't follow it in from the left-hand side and will have been disappointed with that. Then, on 10th minute, Werner showed a little bit of confidence himself, got in on the left and played a wonderful left-footed cross across the box. And really, Will Lancashire, who made his first start for Tottenham and really worked hard tonight, he should have scored, but it just hit his shoulder and went over the bar. Then, in the 11th minute, a good shot from Sarr after a wonderful play by Yves Bissouma. And unfortunately, his shot was just down the keeper's throat. He didn't quite get hold of it. Then, in the 15th minute, we got a bit lucky. A disallowed goal for offside for Ferencvaros. And it really was millimetres, but VAR made the right decision in the end. But as ever, Tottenham looking a little bit dangerous at the back post from crosses in particular. And they headed it across the box into the far corner, but it was disallowed. Meanwhile, in the 19th minute, Vicario made an amazing point-blank save from about 3 yards out. But the flag was up. But just shows that Vicario's reaction still absolutely on point. He had to make a few half-decent saves today, and one actually worldy save that I'll get into. But it was the 22nd minute that Spurs opened the scoring. Pape Matar after Mikey Moore drove at the back line, came from the right-hand side, drove towards the centre halves of Ferencvaros, and they were struggling to deal with that all day. Played a little outside of the football, and it kind of ricocheted off a couple of defenders, and then fell into the path of Pape Matar, as I think it's supposed to be pronounced. I always get that wrong. And actually, he finished well with his side foot into the bottom left-hand corner from about 8 yards. Tottenham go 1-0 up, 22nd minute. Sarr then had another chance in the 25th minute, shot it down the keeper's throat again after Werner drove at the defence, passed it into Lancashire, who held the ball up really well, laid it into the path of Sarr on the edge of the box, and unfortunately, he almost hit it too well, and it went straight down the keeper's throat, as I mentioned. In the 32nd minute, then, Spurs keeping pressure on Pedro Porro, hitting the post. He actually appealed for a penalty. It looked like he was hacked down. It got straight back up because he knew it wouldn't be a penalty. Nutmeg met the defender beautifully, and then took it inside, and with the inside of his left foot, just curled it towards the far corner, where it hits the post and comes straight back out. Unlucky from Pedro Porro, who had a really, really good game, I have to say. Not much then in the next 5 minutes or so for the 37th minute, after where Ferencvaros played some good stuff and hit a left foot shot just wide. In the 44th minute, just before halftime, some lovely stuff through midfield from Yves Bissouma, who all night was driving through central midfield really well. Quite often he was beating players time and time again, beating their press, but then not quite always playing the right ball. But he drove through midfield gave it into Mikey Moore, whose cross was cleared well. And then there was, just before half-time, a ball cleared from a Spurs corner, and it came out just to the edge of the box. And I didn't catch who it was. I wonder if it was maybe Archie Gray. I'm not sure. But whoever it was caught it on the half volley. Beautiful hit, and the keeper had to save well. Then we got into the second half, and in the 47th minute, a beautiful, unbelievable save from Guillermo Vicario, who hadn't had a lot to do until then. But the ball broke on the left-hand side to the Ferencvaros player, cuts inside on his right foot and strikes it into the far corner, starts it outside the post actually, and Vicario at full stretch had to tip it round the post, and Vicario gave it the full double fist bump straight afterwards, showing how important it was for him to keep it at 1-0 Spurs at that point. It was then pretty quiet up until the 53rd minute when Romero had a header from a short corner. He didn't get fully hold of it, and it kind of looped over the bar, and it was actually tipped over the bar in the end by the keeper. Another short corner. Spurs doing a lot of short corners tonight. Clearly been working so much on both our attacking and defensive set pieces this season, and we're so much stronger from both set pieces in both boxes. A short corner came to Will Lancashire at the back post, and he showed some incredible technique to hit the ball on the volley straight into the ground, and it just bounced up over the bar and post, over the stanchion. That would have been such a huge goal for Tottenham Hotspur, such a huge goal for Will Lancashire. It didn't quite drop in, but I was really impressed with Lancashire today, considering it's his first start, how young he is, how little senior football he's played. He ran the channels really well. He held the ball up well. He worked unbelievably hard, and he nearly got his reward in that 58th minute. It didn't quite drop for him. Then in the 62nd minute, Yves Bissouma drove through the middle. He put Lancashire in, and actually, Will Lancashire had a real chance to take his shot early and make the keeper work, or maybe score a goal. But in the end, he took a touch on it, and it allowed the defender to come through him from the left. And he just showed a little bit more strength, I think, than Lancashire there. Lancashire was appealing for a penalty, but you have to say, if the ref isn't going to give that first time for the defender coming through him, he's not going to give it via VAR. So that was another good effort, a good opportunity for Lancashire, that he didn't take advantage of. 63rd minute, good transition opportunity from Spurs. This was the real gilt-edged chance, actually, of the second half. Mikey Moore drove at the Ferencvaros defence, puts Timo Werner in beautifully from the right-hand side, plays across the box, and you know what Werner's thinking. I know exactly what Werner was thinking. He was thinking, that first chance against against Manchester United at Old Trafford, I should have taken it round, keep it to the left. So this time I'm going to take it around the keeper to the left, but his touch is too heavy. He takes it too far wide, and he tries to hit the ball into the very minute angle that he's got and hits it into the side netting. Huge chance for Timo Werner, and actually, unluckily, he was clearly due to be taken off at that time anyway, and he was taken off straight away. He made the subs there, big hand, in the 64th minute. Bergvall and Werner off, along with Lancashire, and Kulusevski, Johnson and Maddison came on. And actually, that just coincided with a little bit of a quiet lull in the game. Ferencvaros had a header over the bar in the 68th minute, and then Vicario had to make a save all the way then on to the 78th minute at the near post. It was pretty easy for him. The player kind of scuffed it with his left foot, but he had to make the save. And then Spurs finally started coming to the fore again in the second half. Brennan Johnson hit the bar in the 79th minute. He was put in on the right from Archie Gray, who was running at the Ferencvaros defence. And as the ball's played to Johnson, I said, put Johnson in his favourite position. It came to him. He didn't wait for it. Hit it first time with his beautiful strike. Just hits the top of the bar. Would have been an unbelievable goal from Johnson. And then straight away, almost straight from the restart, Ferencvaros go up the other end and should score. They had a load of time on the right-hand side of the box, inside the box, and the guy slashes at it, snatches at it, and it goes over the top of the bar. 80th minute then, Dominic Solanke comes on for Pape Matsar. So Deki Kulusevski, who had, since he came on, played in that false nine position, can drop back into his favoured central midfield role alongside James Maddison. And actually, Solanke's press was all important, as you'll see in a little second's time. In the 82nd minute there was an easy catch for Vicario for a free header from across from Ferencvaros. Once again, Ferencvaros causing so many problems all game from headers, from crosses. But it was the second goal that put the game to bed in the end from Brennan Johnson. The ball finds him on the right-hand side of the box, and he cuts in on his left-hand side this time and places it beautifully in off the far post. Not much then happened until the 90th minute added time when Ferencvaros got their consolation goal. A good run from the wide forward. They just committed so many players into the box. He gets a good cross in between Ben Davis and Christian Romero. It's a good finish into the top of the net, led to a slightly, what can I say, edgy last few minutes for Spurs. But most importantly, they got the 2-1 win. Huge for Spurs to get 6 points out of 6 in the first 2 games of this new Europa League format. And before I leave, I'll go into the comments a little bit. Obi Con says, Timo needs a goal. Confidence is at a new low, but thought he had another good game, 2 in a row. Completely agree. I'm glad to see some positivity around Timo Werner, because although he is so lacking, in confidence in front goal, the rest of his play, his all-round play, is really impressive at the moment. His touch is decent, and he's making some good runs. David Clark says, this game proves that Spurs must add these young players into our strongest first team one at a time to give them the best chance to improve quickly. It's no good putting in too many at the same time. I agree, but I didn't think it was a bad performance. I think blooding them one at a time is important, but I thought Mikey Moore especially was really excellent today. Martin P, good away performance, important with good use of the squad. Always a balance to be struck, but credit to the players. Gray showed his versatility, but thinking Spence should be there. Yeah, I think that decision not to get Spence in the squad is an unfortunate one, but hopefully we can add Spence to that squad in January if we get through to the next round. But thank you, Spence, and well done, Ange, and the backroom staff. Thank you, all of you guys, for commenting. Really appreciate it. 288 of you watching this feed now. 203 likes, massive. Thank you so much for all of your support. Hansi G says the kids will only get better as they play more. Completely agree. Iran Goff says, oh no, sorry, he's just talking to somebody else. Let me see, just see if I can get some other comments. Sean says, Gray really impressed. Yeah, I thought Gray was really good. Obi Con says, I thought Lancashire looked decent. Another option for us. Completely agree. Lauren Deb, thank you for so many comments today. Says she says, good night, all you Spurs fans, wherever you are. David Bird says, thanks, Barnaby, great commentary. C9 Manic says, Brennan becoming a star in front of our eyes. David Bird again, the Spurs go marching on. Country Life, interesting question. Is Mikey Moore now ahead of Werner? Well, you would say yes, other than the fact that it's about developing these players without too much pressure. And I think Big Ange will be keen not to put too much pressure on Mikey Moore, but absolutely in terms of what he can bring to the side, you would have to say that, yes, I would have him in front of Timo Werner at the moment. But do I think he'll start up front against Brighton at the weekend? I don't, because I think Werner will offer more in terms of pacing behind when Brighton will try and play the high line. Tarzan, I don't often disagree with you, Barnaby, but Werner was terrible again. Look, maybe I'm being overly positive about him, but he makes the right runs. He just isn't very confident in front of goal. Yeah, I mean, look, CL just woke up here in Australia. How did we play? Look, we did the job, I think, is the important thing. Played some lovely stuff, but also gave away a few chances. It was a dog of a pitch, loads of rain, and those games that traditionally, back over the last few years, I think Spurs have tended to find a way to lose. And tonight, even though we gave away a late goal in added time, we didn't. We showed some resilience. We showed some strength. He blooded the youngsters, and we got a win. 2 out of 2, really important. Peter Jenner says Timo played well. So, look, it shows it's subjective, isn't it? It really, it's really up to how you see the game. But I think at the moment, with our injuries, it's shown that getting him on loan again has been an important move. I do really think that. Alan Marshall says Gray is no defender. I disagree. I thought he played really well. I really do. Anyway, guys, listen, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. Do press that like button, press subscribe. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, daily Tottenham content, sometimes Premier League transfer news, especially during the transfer windows, and also interviews with other like-minded, positive Spurs fans on my channel. So please do press that subscribe button, press the bell for notifications as to when I release my videos, and do become a member, £1 a month. All the details in the description box below. And what would be super helpful, guys, thank you for being so engaged in this watch along. What would be super helpful is if you could go over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, type in the Spurs podcast and give me a subscribe or a follow there. The more audio listeners I can get, the better as well. But it's been a really enjoyable night. Another win for Spurs, 2 out of 2 in the Europa League, 5 wins in a row as we go to the Amex to get revenge for last season. Come on, you Spurs.